ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
It is a great day to be alive on this Monday. It's a Victory Monday. Brought to you by Palermo's Pizza, Wisconsin's hometown pizza with delicious brands like Palermo's, Connie's, Urban Pie, and Screamin' Sicilian. Palermo's has your game day covered. Find Palermo's in your local grocer's freezer. My name is Ben Brust. Alongside me, Packer backer Kyle Wallace. So we're going to learn a lot about this team against the Giants. Did you learn a lot?
I learned that they won a good football game. I learned that.
They won a game.
I learned that they still in contention to win the NFC North. I learned that.
That is true.
I learned that they quarterback is the dog. I learned that.
There's a lot to dissect, even from a victory against the New York Giants. We'll get to that with all of you at 800-990-3776. That is the Carbless Talk and Text line. We're on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. To my left, Super Bowl 50 runner-up Brad Nortman.
Yeah, we did. It feels good to get a win for sure after a couple of rough weeks right there. But in some ways, it feels like the more things change, the more things stay the same. Because it's the same kind of things that continue to plague this team. Good to get a win, but I'm also thinking we know who this team is and we know what they're telling us about themselves.
Well, that's an interesting way to put it, because saying you know who this team is basically saying you don't know who this team is. Is that fair to say?
That's very...
It's like an oxymoron.
It is.
It's like you know what this team is, but you don't really know what this team is.
Well, and it's funny you phrase it that way. I tweeted while watching, I think through the first quarter and a half, I said this team is an enigma.
Yes,
I mean, it really is an enigma. It's like I know who they are, and who they are.
They continue to show that.
Yes,
but there's
always something.
There's got to be more. Like it feels like there should be more, but they're the team that we know who they are, but don't know who they are. It's the best way to describe them. Alex Strofe is running the show. 800-990-3776. Look, ultimately, they won the game. I do want to know if this changes your outlook on the entire season, because you have 7 games remaining, 5 of which are NFC North opponents. The Broncos and the Ravens, which will be tough games.
Teams fighting for playoff contention.
Yeah.
So did anything change from Sunday? Because, I'm walking away from that, I think, and everyone is happy to be on the left side of the column with a W. But do your hopes of what this team can do long-term, did they go up? Did they go down? Did they stay the same? Did your outlook change at all? 800-990-3776. Let's start with Mr. Kyle Wallace. Because I have no idea what the hell you're going to say, and it's going to change from today to Friday.
I mean, nothing changed with the outlook of the season, and that's the biggest problem from this game, is that the Green Bay Packers went out there, and it is Week 11, and we still don't know the identity of the football team, and we still are seeing them get out physical by teams that are lesser opponents, them playing down to their level of competition. So, as a Packers fan, we learned absolutely nothing from this football game.
That's not true.
What did you learn?
I learned that Jordan Love carried this team.
I mean,
he's not the problem.
Jordan Love
is not the problem.
Jordan, did you know?
That's what you learned. Y'all knew how I felt about Jordan.
No.
So what did I say about Jordan Love? Hit the button. Hit the button about Jordan Love.
Okay, but this
he
is
will
used
be
again.
in that Hall of Fame talk. Just wait.
This is used against you at times as well.
That's still saying.
Did you know that Pro Football Focus graded his efforts? Now, mind you, 2 very different scenarios, but worth bringing up. This was a higher graded performance from Jordan Love than the Cowboys game.
I'm talking about the Cowboys game from
when they were in the playoffs in 2023.
I mean,
he was graded higher in this game than he was against the Cowboys.
I mean, he was magical back there.
And hopefully the grading had to take into account that his receivers didn't do jack for him. He doesn't have a tight end, and he's doing it all on his own. Losing Josh Jacobs led to Jordan Love simply having to make more plays, and he delivered.
He was a one-man show, but again, that I already knew how great he was. Anybody that's seen Jordan Love knows and understands that he was being held back by his offensive coordinator until his head coach, until he actually had to lean on him because he had no choice. And so for me, nothing changed, and that's the sad thing about this game, is that with the Giants game, you were hoping, just like you were hoping against the Panthers, you've been hoping the Cardinals, is that one time the Packers are going to take a team that they were better than and beat them into the damn ground. And unfortunately, unfortunately, the Green Bay Packers are yet to do that. And now we're going to be going into next week's game against the Vikings saying, oh, well, is this finally the week that the Packers beat up on a team? Probably not. Take the what is it? The spread.
The Vikings?
The Packers won't cover. I don't know what the spread's going to be,
It's
but they
plus
won't cover.
6 or minus 6. They're favored by 6. You're saying take the Vikings plus 6.
They won't cover. They'll score 27 points, and the other team will probably score 25.
I don't know if I can see a world in which J.J. McCarthy can score that many points, unfortunately.
You didn't watch
solid defense.
Not even unfortunately. He's bad.
They are bad on offense. They've not figured that one out.
Bad.
When it comes to the Packers, nothing's changed. I just have more conviction on what I expect from this team. Before the season, after the first 2 games, I was thinking championship. I was thinking this might be finally the year, Super Bowl. In a world, in a league where there's no great teams, this should be the year they do it. I am certain this team will make the playoffs, and I'm certain they will not win the Super Bowl. I mean, they are just...
It's like this is bad that you say that.
It's just back to what we have experienced the last several years. They might win the North, they might not, but... they will not win the Super Bowl, but they will make the playoffs.
When you say that, I want to know how that makes people feel, because this is what the plan laid out was, sort of 3 to 5 year plan. You're hitting the 3rd year of Jordan Love starting. Matt LaFleur's been the head coach for 7 years. They brought in Micah Parsons. Love taking that next step, and now you have a lot of injuries and a lot of things that happen, but you also have a league full of teams that there's some great teams, but there's a lot of good, not great teams. I think the Packers fall into the good, not great right now, and that's the conversation we've had. So that's a frustrating thing, because they feel like they can be great, but they keep showing us that they're not great, but they're good. Again, like, we're judging on a high scale of wanting more than what you've gotten from the last 2 years and since Aaron Rodgers has been gone. You want more from the Packers, a true contention of winning a title. And it's hard to put the Packers in that sentence without bringing the whole league into it, which is a bad thing, because you want to be part of look what we're doing in this year. We're not part of the slop, but they're part of the slop.
They're king of the slop.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you are somebody who is content with a competitive team and making the playoffs, like you have nothing to complain about. But if you want more for this team, winning not just one, but maybe a couple of playoff games and maybe making a Super Bowl appearance, that you look at this and you're frustrated because there's no juggernaut in the NFL. And this is the year that it feels like they've been building toward, right? Goody laid out this plan of 3 to 5 years. And this is year 3 to 4, however you want to shake it. I guess year 3 of this plan. And the ways that you thought they were going to improve, they haven't done. And there are so many things. There's always something, right? Even in a win, even in yesterday, where, you know what, you wake up on a victory Monday, you feel good, right? But there's always something, right?
What's the one thing that you're thinking about right now?
Offensive line. Still.
What's the one thing you're thinking about? The one thing that stands out.
The offensive line is atrocious, but this game, the drop passes.
See, for me,
the drop passes.
There's always something.
For me, it's watching Tyrone Tracy and Devin Singletary run through this defensive line.
That actually surprised me, given, this was going to be Jeff Hafley. Oh, maybe the Giants are interested in a head coach. Maybe they come in and ball out on defense. They looked soft. They looked surprised. They neutralized, the Giants neutralized Micah Parsons, and after that,
neutralize him, triple team him.
That's the only way to neutralize him.
Neutralizing makes it seem like, Micah Parsons didn't do anything. It means that they literally had to put
3-on-1,
like a box around him and say, "You're not going anywhere." And
by
almost like it almost reminds me of like when you watch like first and second grade basketball, they don't know what help side defense is, so someone just stands in front of the person they're guarding and they just follow them around with their arms out wide. Like, they're doing that with 3 guys with Micah Parsons.
Yeah, it's remarkable. I mean, they need to. But
K-Walk chimes in. Again, what did you learn, and do you feel better about the outlook here? 800-990-3776, Carlos talking text line. I know that Christian Watson's going to be our number 1 go-to wide receiver. What a catch. He was phenomenal, and props to him. It would have been
go-to number 1 wide.
It would have been hard for me to believe that coming off an ACL, he'd be as productive as he's been. Yes, Alex Strofe.
I just want to add to the confusion of this team.
No.
See, you mentioned it. Tyrone Tracy had an awesome game rushing for the Giants. He was 19 carries for 88 yards. Just a week ago, the Packers played the reigning offensive player of the year who had 22 carries for 60 yards.
It's
and
so
Saquon Barkley.
confusing.
It makes zero sense.
That is the most frustrating thing that I deal with.
3
with
more
this team.
carries, 28 less yards.
No, it's
Then
confusing.
Saquon Barkley.
And exactly.
And he fell behind the rookie Cam Scattaboo.
And this is
That's
what
insane.
I'm trying to understand is why this defense
They have a way better
cannot,
O-line, Philly.
The defense rises to the occasion when you need them, and they do just enough to get by. Like literally, the Green Bay Packers in their wins, the defense has done just enough. You just saw the sack at the end of the game. Like they've done just enough to get by. And so it's so confusing, and this team just has to put it together. That's why it falls on the shoulders of Matt LaFleur of the fact that, dude, this is a reflection of you. Your team getting out physical by the New York Giants, a 2-8 football team. I guess now they're 2-9 football team. That is a reflection of you, the tenacity that you embed into these guys, the offensive line being so bad. This is, again, you can't execute for everybody, but the mentality that your guys have going into the game, they're entirely too soft. Entirely too soft. Homer was right. He called him soft years ago.
He did.
He did.
He was absolutely right. The old man knows what he's talking
But
about.
that's what's surprising because it seems like Jeff Hafley put his fingerprint on this defense and they were flying around and they were playing tough, but they did not show up. I don't know if Jeff Hafley was a little bit distracted from the head coaching discussions going on, but they did not look prepared for Jameis Winston. They didn't look prepared for this running game, which I don't know
This running game.
Yeah, which had basically an absence of a running game. So it's always something, and it's always surprising to me what that
That's
thing
what I'm
is.
shocked about. Like, if you would have told me on Monday that the thing that stuck out in my head would be the fact that they just imposed their offensive line imposed the will against this defense and they were able to run the ball at will.
The Giants.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it wouldn't be the thing that I thought. Like, I would have thought, like, all right, Jameis Winston just like did this weird thing with all these crappy wide receivers. He kind of did it in spots, but
he did a weird thing when he scored.
But he
That
did
dance?
I don't know what that was.
I think he's doing the Harlem Shake
That wasn't.
How
the
do you know
Harlem
what
Shake.
that is?
because I saw a TikTok about him doing it.
That wasn't the real Harlem Shake.
That was him trying to ingratiate himself to New York. The same way Tommy DeVito, not to New York, was just doing his like
Some areas in New York.
Huh?
Oh, it's same with like Tommy DeVito ingratiating himself with the
like just doing weird stuff. But like I just walk away. I want to walk away with more confidence, and it's not that I feel less confident. I don't feel more confident. You know what I mean? You just feel sort of stuck in purgatory.
Yeah, they are in the purgatory of good.
But the thing is, fellas,
Are the
least you're good.
Packers stuck in the purgatory of good? On Twitter at KBN ESPN.
Brad, you talked about how this was the time where they had an opportunity they can seize, where they can elevate themselves above the rest. Well, guess what? Nobody's elevating themselves above the rest. That's why, for me as a Packers fan, even though I'm sitting here thinking this team, they shouldn't be going to a Super Bowl, when you look at all the rest of the teams, you're thinking, okay, well, I guess if we get hot, like I'm still hoping.
And you know what?
I mean,
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm still optimistic.
I'm not gonna lie.
somehow
I can't
something
actually
go right.
knock you for saying there's still hope because there is.
Yeah.
Somehow.
They make it impossible for me to believe in them. You know what I mean?
No,
like
yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. Like you're right. You look around, you're like, okay, yeah, like there's some hope.
You can't trust them.
No,
Can't trust.
and the first thing I look at is when someone texts in here, the Packers are still 6th overall in rushing defense. You know what I mean? So, like, that's the thing. This is part of this whole confusion. They were top 5 heading into this game in rushing defense, and you never would have believed that based off how Rico Dowdle in Carolina ran against them and how Tyrone Tracy and Devin Singletary ran against them. And so when I think about the things I'm confident in heading into any given week, you can't believe in the thing that you're confident in.
Yeah,
it's frustrating.
You know, this is not the case, of course, with the first lady of the Nortman estate. But it's almost like you are dating someone for a long time and you want to propose, but you just like there are small things that irritate you so much that you can't finally get to that point where you're just like, you know what? On paper, she's great and I love her and I want to propose, but
you look like you check all the boxes.
You look like you check all the boxes, but they're these small irritants that just keep getting in the way. And right when I want to, be bought in, these come up. It's the same thing with the Green Bay Packers. Like on paper, they have what it takes to win a Super Bowl, and in a landscape where there are no other great candidates to do so, but they do things. They are good. You were dating them for a reason, but there are moments where you're just like, man, these little things.
And I guarantee when Jordan Love threw the ball to Christian Watson, you were like, oh, I want to propose again.
Finally, yes, I'm ready to get down on a knee. But then there are moments when all these drops occur, and you're just like, this is why I don't propose to you.
Yeah, it's just confusing, and watching the game, it's just an emotional roller coaster.
It sure is.
No, it really is. You get up, you get down, you're just like, dude,
Actually, I can't imagine what you and Strofe, whose heart is really outside your body, given to the Green Bay Packers.
There's a lot of highs, a lot of lows, a lot of eating. At halftime, what happened? Something happened at halftime where I was like, I got to go get a snack. I didn't want to eat the chips, but I had to eat the chips because I was just getting nervous.
I didn't want to eat the chips, but they made me eat the chips.
No, they did.
Make me eat the chips.
They made me eat the chips because I was
The Packers are hurting Kyle's health. 800-990-3776.
I ate an entire 9x13 casserole by myself yesterday.
Sounds about right. Justin saying, I've been saying it all year. LaFleur, Goody, and Love, all three might simply be good at their jobs, not great at their jobs, a bizarre spot to be in. But don't you think if you had three good, a head coach that's good, a general manager that's good, and Love that's good, three good things would be able to
enough.
But we're not seeing it.
Mm-mm.
We're not seeing it. And so what I want to do is, because it is a win and it is a victory Monday, but this is trying to figure out what the problems are, identifying the problems, and seeing what can be fixed so that if you do, and you definitely should have hope because they're 6-3-1, you probably don't trust them, but how do we fix these problems to get you to trust them? What are those problems, and are they fixable? We're going to go to the seasoned veteran in the NFL who's been part of championship rosters and see at week 12 what's fixable and what's not. 800-990-3776, Carlos Talking text line. It's Kyle, Brust Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. And also happy to have Victory Monday brought to you by National Liquor Mart on 16th and National in Milwaukee. Stock up on the best beer, liquor, seltzers, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 to 9 daily. Your game day headquarters all season long. More next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
You said they are a reflection of their head coach.
Yes, he's soft, as he proved with you by signing that damn jersey you had on. You think Campbell would have signed that jersey?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
It's ESPN Milwaukee's Brad Nortman here with some exciting news from my friends at Bank 59. Not only have they been named a top workplace for 16 straight years, but they've just won the prestigious Community Choice Award as the best bank in the Milwaukee area. Honestly, I'm not surprised. Not only do they have great products and services, but they truly live out their mission to make lives better. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check out the best. Visit bank59.com to learn more today. Member FDIC.
There's nothing like Milwaukee Bucks basketball at Fiserv Forum. The dunks, the defense, the roar of 17,000 fans. It's even better when you're with friends or family. From jaw-dropping plays to buzzer-beating threes, every game is packed with unforgettable moments that you'll get to share together. So gather your crew and get your single game tickets today at bucks.com/single. That's bucks.com/single.
With Progressive, you can reach customer service in the way that's easiest for you, by phone, app, or online. We know it would be great if we just magically appeared, but that's more of a genie thing, and we do insurance. But with us, you'd be like, well, it wasn't a genie, but it was great customer service, so that's nice. And sure, you probably would still like the whole 3 wishes thing, so if you meet a genie, you should definitely ask. But when you need us, contact Progressive by phone, app, or online. Just no genies. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Well, good morning, kiddo. I love that you're home from college. I've missed you.
Still taking your Nature Made vitamins?
Every day. A multivitamin and a probiotic. You better be taking yours.
Still looking out for me, Mom.
I'll never stop.
Made to care for you every day. Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Find us in the vitamin aisle, based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
The NFC North Green Bay Packers are returning to Milwaukee, and you're invited.
At defensive end from Texas, rookie edge rusher number 99.
Green Bay Packers select Baron Sorrell.
Coming to the all-new Cunis Buick GMC of Greenfield.
Go, play, go. That's all I can say. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Meet Green Bay Packer defensive end Baron Sorrell.
Tuesday, November 18th from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m.
During this exclusive 2-hour event, you'll meet Baron Sorrell live in person, just days before the Pack Sunday game versus the Minnesota Vikings. Color action photos of Baron Sorrell will be provided, and bring your own item for him to sign free of charge.
Tackled for a loss by Baron Sorrell.
Don't miss your chance to meet Green Bay Packer defensive end
number 99, Baron Sorrell.
Exclusively at Cunis Buick GMC of Greenfield, 3615 South 108th Street, just off Beloit Road. Tuesday, November 18th from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Packers get the win.
Oh no, there's only seltzer left, and it's passionberry almond fruit? Who comes up with these? Kick the aluminum can to the curb and mix up a cocktail you actually want with Tito's. It tastes great, it's gluten-free, and it's available in a variety of sizes for your convenience. The flavor abilities are endless. Tito's Handmade Vodka, the official spirit of whatever you want to drink. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Love and a high snap. Floats it. Watson up top. It is caught! Touchdown Packers! Green Bay's got the lead.
Big time from Love to Watson in the right corner. That's Adam Amin from the Fox broadcast. The Packers win. It's a Victory Monday. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talking text line. And Dan in the 608, you are going to lead us perfectly into what we are going to do right now. We're going to identify the problems that the Packers have and see what is fixable and what is not with our resident NFL Super Bowl runner-up, Brad Nortman. Why is it that every week there is a disappointment? And at first I was like, yeah, I get it. I don't like doing this either. But I think he's himself saying no offense against Eagles, Browns, Carolina. Special teams failure, missed field goals, extra points. Now against the Giants, defense was one of our strong parts that took a day off. Dropped 4 interceptions, couldn't stop the run. The Giants ran 18 more plays. How do I stay positive as a Packers fan? ? Well, you can start that off by saying what we talked about a little bit earlier in this show already is they are 6-3-1. They are the favorite. Well, they're tied with Detroit to win the NFC North with 7 games to go. So the opportunity is still in front of them. They are hard to trust, but it is still there for them. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Stroh front of the show. YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Brad, what are these key things that we've identified for the Green Bay Packers as we have described them as a very confusing team?
Well, yeah, because between now and the end of the season, this team needs to fix some things. I'm not sure all of these are fixable, which is the problem. In fact, most of them are not fixable. Let's talk about the things that are fixable, okay? I've got kicking as a fixable issue, right? I think we've all seen that Lucas Haversick, good kicker, but not great kicker, not someone you want to rely on in a playoff game. And, Daniel
You're really selling me on this being fixable already.
But I think literally Brandon McManus just needs to get healthy. I mean, he needs to continue to rest, sit out, even takes a couple weeks through Thanksgiving, whatever it is. They need him healthy in December and the end of the season. So kicking, fixable. I think we've also proven Matt LaFleur play calling. I think that's fixable. He didn't just forget how to call plays. He's not stupid. He knows what he's doing to some degree. He just needs to get over a little bit of ego to actually go there. With Jacobs being out, a little flare of like Willis being in there, he's had to do some things to change up play calling. It led to more success. So I think play calling and kicking is fixable. Now, here are the things that I don't think are fixable. Injuries, of course. Kraft, you're not getting back. Jenkins, you're not getting back. I mean, too critical. Kraft especially. That one is just not fixable. Everything he brings to your team, frustrating.
Luke Musgrave, can't even play.
Dude,
legitimately.
He can't catch.
Can't hold on to the ball.
It's
Mr. He's going to fill in fine for Kraft.
I was wrong.
He didn't get those 26 yards, did he?
Every time he gets hit, he dropped the damn ball.
Over on Lucas Musgrave.
Yeah, over. The O-line. The O-line cannot be fixed. This interior O-line is just bad. The problem is that makes for two things, running game and pass protection. How many times was Jordan Love scrambling for his life, couldn't step up in the pocket? Let's forget about trying to run the football. You're trying to rely on misdirection and a speedy Emmanuel Wilson. I'm not even sure when Josh Jacobs comes back, they're ever going to be dominant on the ground. So O-line, not fixable. Injuries, not fixable. I'm in the camp now where drops are no longer fixable. These guys are just, they're not capable of concentrating enough to be able to be reliable, good receivers. I've seen too much of a sample size now where between Wicks and Dobbs, and let's not forget Jaden Reed had a bunch of drops earlier in the season. Watson, he's not dropping the ball necessarily, but generally speaking, I can't trust a Jordan Love fastball to be caught. Secondary ain't getting fixed either. These guys, if the quarterback has any level of time, like we saw out of Jameis Winston, these guys can't cover for too long. Carrington Valentine's a solid number 2 corner. Nixon's okay. If it's not McKinney or Williams on a guy, I have no faith in their ability to cover. That leads me to the pass rush. What we saw out of the Giants. If you can neutralize even with a box and 1 type situation.
Box and 3
with Micah Parsons. They said we need at least 2, maybe 3 guys on it. Jameis Winston's comfortable back there. That is now a game plan for the rest of the league to follow. Say, shoot, all we got to do is neutralize Parsons. Takes 2 or 3 guys to do that, but we'll be just fine. I don't think the pass rush gets fixed if you dedicate enough guys to Micah Parsons. And this goes down to finally this all-inclusive bucket of leadership, consistency, and culture. When has this team ever been consistent and have strong leadership and have strong culture? Super Bowl championship type culture. Not since Jordan Love's taken over, not during most of the Matt LaFleur tenure, at least since Aaron Rodgers left. So I still see consistency going forward and a lack of leadership. Those aren't something that maybe they can get fixed in the offseason. Those things can't be fixed week 12.
How do you fix something in the offseason if you keep the same staff and administration around?
They changed the defensive line coach.
It takes a major shakeup.
You thought that this was the whole big shebang.
No, I did not believe DeMarcus Covington was going to come in and change the D-line. I was happy about Micah Parsons, but I didn't think it was going to be a DeMarcus Covington come in and coach the defensive line. I thought the lack of talent was there.
You think when they hired Hafley, the defense had a major change, right?
Oh yeah.
So that's what it takes a major offseason.
They still
shakeup.
Are a good defense.
They're a good defense.
It's just when are they going to be great? And it's in spots.
What we're running away from is that the common denominator in all this, whether it was before Hafley was here and we're mad at Joe Barry, right? There's one common denominator, or we're mad at the special teams coordinator. The common denominator is Matt LaFleur. Matt LaFleur, regardless of how many wins he has gotten, right? Regardless of 13-3 and how well he did with Aaron Rodgers getting to an NFC championship game, he still has not gotten to the ultimate goal of winning a championship. And what we're seeing these last 3 years, especially now that you don't have an all-time great quarterback, is the fact that Jordan Love cannot overcome all the mistakes, right? All the inconsistencies of everybody else around him. Jordan Love does not have it in him to hold guys accountable for the mistakes that they have. That's why you consistently see guys dropping passes, running the wrong routes, why you see the offensive line struggle this way. Aaron Rodgers would have been done ripped into everybody. Healthy fear is important. And so at the end of the day, the reason why I don't think you're an offseason away from fixing this is because that was what should have been happening this last offseason. This was a huge offseason because you were going year 3 at your quarterback. You had multiple receivers coming in year 4. You had a tight end that was a budding star. You had an offensive line that you thought you brought in the reinforcement for, and you're still having the same level of inconsistencies you have seen throughout the last 2 seasons. The problem is Matt LaFleur. And it pains me to say it, but that's the truth. You can't say, oh, well, they have to fix it in the offseason. They can't fix it now. They ain't going to fix it in the offseason.
Well, you do not sound like a victory Monday, Kyle.
I'm happy, but I think the realization has to come in for Packers fans is that the team that we are seeing is the team we're going to get, whether it's this year, next year, or the year after, because the man leading the team. This is the identity, right? Inconsistency, panic, little nervousness. This is it. And this is what we get.
Mouse.
Well, I ain't going to go that far.
I mean, but you're literally describing why I came up with Matty Mouse.
He a big mouse now. He a big rodent because rodent, he can cause havoc.
New York City type rodent.
He gets some wins. Now, he gets some dubs, but he's not a championship rodent. He ain't on top of the hill, so he ain't the big mouse of the house.
No championship rodent.
What a great way to put it.
But you called him a mighty mouse.
No, just Matty Mouse.
He a big mouse. Until the bigger mouse come around.
Big rodent.
Victory Monday is also brought to you by Callan Construction. Callan, from kitchen and bathroom remodels to Infinity by Marvin fiberglass replacement windows. Callan makes your home feel like a win. Request your consultation at callcallan.com. I found this very interesting because this also goes to the overall vibe of the Green Bay Packers from Matt LaFleur to quarterback. Those two are like the leaders, right? And I don't want Jordan Love to be someone he's not, but at some point, can you win with this mindset of like just accepting and covering up and being such a great teammate? I know that sounds crazy, but you kind of need to be a little bit crazy and have a little bit more edge when people are literally screwing you. The wide receivers
dropping passes consistently.
11 incompletions, 7 drops. Could you imagine if you, Kyle, were Jordan Love? Even Brad, who doesn't like to yell at people, might have said something by now.
I mean,
we're going to play this on the side. Jordan Love is too nice. He's too nice. Next.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman.
Babe Ruth was short, fat. Well, I don't know how short he was. He looked short in the video. He was fat. He was stubby. He looked fat. He tried it. He didn't have a sprint. Have you ever seen Babe Ruth sprint? I wonder how many steals he had. 0.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Home buyers are raving about their experiences with the Citizens Bank mortgage team.
Aaron helped me get pre-approved really fast, like before the open house even started.
I called Devin so many times with questions, and he always answered.
It's more than a mortgage. It's your future. And at Citizens Bank, we make it personal. Learn more at citizensbankwi.bank/mortgage. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender. NMLS 746419.
This holiday season, celebrate where Milwaukee comes together. 3rd Street Market Hall. Whether you're planning a private party, a semi-private gathering, or a festive social night out, we've got the space, the flavor, and the fun to make it unforgettable. With incredible local food vendors, craft cocktails, and built-in entertainment like shuffleboard, games, and more, your group will have a holiday party they'll talk about all year long. Visit thirdstreetmarkethall.com for more information on booking your event. With your Scaniac Planning Marquette recap, I'm Will Summers. Back at Pfizer Forum, Marquette fell 89-82 to Maryland despite dominating the glass 44-35 and posting 25 second chance points. Chase Ross exploded for a career-high 31, but Marquette shot just 36.8% overall. Maryland answered with huge bench production and a free throw edge down the stretch, sealing the non-conference win in Buzz Williams' return to Milwaukee. The Golden Eagles will resume action on Wednesday night against Dayton at Pfizer Forum.
Medicare can be confusing. It can be a lot to consider when you just want medical and financial security. WPS Medicare Supplement Insurance keeps it simple. You have the freedom to see any doctor in the U.S. who accepts Medicare. Planning on moving? Your plan moves with you. Can't get much simpler than that. Call Saganiac Planning, 262-783-6161. WPS Medicare Supplement Insurance. The intent of this advertisement is solicitation of insurance. Contact may be made by the insurer or a licensed agent. Neither Wisconsin Physician Service Insurance Corporation nor its agents or products are connected with the federal Medicare program.
Ready for the snap and a timeout taken. The team looks a little bit lost. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, the winning play is simple. A whole house of new windows as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 6 years.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no interest. A championship move from Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
No doubt, Wayne. And unlike the opponent's defense, Pella Windows actually stopped the drive drafts.
The draft picks we gave up for number one had to be the steal of the century.
True, but I'm talking about replacing old drafty windows.
Roger that. With energy-efficient windows that keep the cold out, you'll stay as toasty as a fan at a warm weather preseason game.
Pay as low as $297 a month for a whole house of new Pella windows.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today.
Schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 11/30/2025.
When you're injured, you want quick, specialized care, not a long ER wait. The orthopedic care specialists at Ortho ASAP treat fractures, sprains, strains, sports injuries, and more right away. With on-site x-rays and expert care, Ortho ASAP gets you back on track faster. Open 7 days a week with locations in Brookfield and Pewaukee, it's more affordable than the ER. Walk in, get treated, and get back to life. Ortho ASAP. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com.
Win a pair of tickets to see Green Bay host Chicago on December 7th.
Which includes access to Green Bay's upscale tailgating destination,
the Tundra Trio.
3 upscale homes just steps from the stadium, featuring next-level pre- and post-game festivities with gourmet food and premium drinks. Thanks to Dr. Pepper and ESPN Wisconsin. Enter to win now at espnwisconsin.com.
Wherever you watch the game, nothing hits like the bold signature flavor of Dr. Pepper.
Enjoy an ice-cold Dr. Pepper during your next visit to McDonald's. No purchase necessary. Enter by November 23rd.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
There's already
fifth body.
Go ahead, Stroh.
Fifth body coming for the Giants' pressure. Love with time. Waving receivers around. Off the back foot, he launches it downfield, and it's caught by Savion Williams. The rookie comes up huge.
Do want to get to that play a little bit later on. It was a big moment for Savion and Jordan Love. Like, part of me is like, somebody get open, but also great job by him to kind of like improv and give his receiver a shot. Kyle Brust Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. So before heading into this, I just simply talked about how there's a lot of drops and Jordan Love is very mild-mannered and whatnot. But that's the overall feel I get from Coach Down. From Coach Down, it's a little, like we don't have this true culture identity. So when you have this many drops in a game, curious to see what the quarterback would say. Because, again, we're looking at this team as a good team. But it feels like they can be great. Here's Jordan Love after the game on the drops and what he would say to the wide receivers.
Yeah, I tell guys all the time, next play. Obviously, it's unfortunate. Obviously, he's trying to go out there and make the catch, and, sometimes it's not going to be perfect. So it's just that mindset of the next play. Stay confident. The ball's going to keep coming your way. And if you move on and go make that next play, it'll be easy to forget about it.
Look, I don't know if it's just the generational thing, and I'm not claiming to be the toughest guy in the world, but I was called things by a Naismith Hall of Fame basketball head coach to make sure that I reach the level of accountability needed to be on a college basketball floor. These are NFL professionals, and the idea that I brought up that someone needs to tell them, or get after them a little bit, and half people are like, well, this isn't intramurals, and half the people are agreeing to disagree, saying, well, I don't know if yelling's going to help. 7 drops is unacceptable from professionals.
Yeah, and I don't think anyone is suggesting that Jordan Love go on a 2-minute.
Yeah, he doesn't need to be Aaron Rodgers
tirade, but he's got to say, dude, we need more out of you. I expect more out of you. Dropping passes is unacceptable. Not only do I think people raise to the standard in which you get, have expectations for them, but this is the NFL. This is the highest level of professional football. These guys are used to being held to a high standard. They're used to having accountability, and they're used to hard coaching. So I don't think that having a quarterback that is playing great, if you're a quarterback that's like mid or worse, you can't do this, right? Which is why, truly the great quarterbacks do this to all their players. So Jordan Love should be doing this too. Show me the great quarterback that doesn't hold their offense accountable for things like this. Even a guy as cool and collected as Joe Montana, bro, Bill Walsh's system and Jerry Rice, the standard was so stinking high in San Francisco.
Standard is a standard.
Every single quarterback that you would say is on the greatest of all time list was hard on their teammates. They held them to a high standard, and they're not embarrassing.
Tom Brady was a psycho to his offensive line.
You should hear the way that Peyton Manning treated teammates if you didn't know what you were doing, if you were in the wrong place and you were dropping balls. And it wasn't like a personal thing. It was like, dude, my standard's up here. We are championship level. If you're not doing that, I need somebody else. This is pro football. Everything is earned. Nothing is given. And look, Jordan Love's a super nice guy. And I love that. I love Jordan Love. But he's playing at a high level right now.
He is.
It is not acceptable.
So he can demand that.
So he can demand that same level that he puts on himself. He can ask that of his teammates. I think it's right to ask that of his teammates.
Yeah, it's right, but it's not being reciprocated. And the problem is Jordan Love, he's too nice of a guy, right? And he's giving guys pass for not living up to that standard that you talk about. Just imagine, we're talking about just yesterday's game. The guys can't catch the ball. The guys can't block for the offense. The offensive line can't block to protect him when he drops back to pass the ball. They can't open up holes to run the ball. Like, dude, at a certain point, it's like everybody around you is falling apart and not executing at a high level. You're going to have to get mad. And like you said, Brad, it's not about me being a jerk or me being mean. It is about, hey, we need to be better. Aaron Rodgers would call people out instantly. He called out Romeo Doubs years ago. Why? Because he understood that it was important for these guys to develop in order for them to be successful. So he needs to give a little healthy fear, instill a little healthy fear into these guys where he can command that, listen, y'all need to elevate the level of play. I'm going to hold myself accountable to perform at a high level because Jordan Love has taken, hey, that was on me. That was on me. Now he needs to be okay with saying, that was on you. You got to get better. But until Jordan Love, and again, he's very talented. But the leadership has to get better, and he has to understand that he is the voice that everybody's going to listen to. Everybody, his voice is going to resonate with everyone. The guys ain't going to not block because you mad at him or you yelling at him. No, they already not blocking for you right now. So Aaron Rodgers needs to do a better job of holding guys accountable, and I promise you, better execution will follow.
Well, and nobody's asking Jordan Love to be something he's not. And I'm not saying go as far as Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, are we or are we not?
Oh, I think we are.
Because to me, like, part of being the quarterback and leader is holding everyone to a high standard.
But he has to do that in his way, right? Because he's never going to be Aaron Rodgers. He's never going to be Tom Brady, right? Like that level of like expression when it comes to holding guys accountable. But he's got to be doing more than what he's doing. He's got to be doing more than what he's doing. Because I would say he has probably invited other guys to hold him accountable too. And that's what makes for a healthy environment. I hold you accountable, you hold me accountable, and then therefore we got a healthy thing going in the right direction.
So Jake chimes in, you can't dog the guy for not throwing a teammate under the bus in a public forum. Yes, agree. I think this is an overall conversation of every time you look at Jordan Love, he has the same demeanor, good, bad, or ugly on the sideline, which is part of a strength, but also when you're looking to reach championship levels, where's the collaboration with the offensive line or the wide receivers of like, let's look at this together, or come on, man, I need the best out of you. Like, I believe in you. Like, I don't see or feel that, and maybe I don't see everything. I don't have eyes.
But I don't think that's happening. Like,
I know that's what I feel.
Jordan Love is the leadership quality and style that he has is I'm a team guy, and he said it with it like, duh, obviously they're not dropping a pass on purpose, but even from that mentality, he's justifying the drops because instead of saying, I need you to execute every single time, he's saying, like, listen, yeah, I want guys to get better and catch the football, but I mean, it's not like they were doing that on purpose. Just got to move on to the next play. Sometimes they don't need to be in for the next play. Sometimes he needs to say, Matt, get him out. Why? It's because it's a learning lesson for him to say.
Matt should get him out too.
Matt should get him. Matt should be pulling him out too. But I would love for my
then
quarterback.
We're stuck with Bo Melton. It's all a disaster.
I would love for Jordan Love to point at somebody and say, get him out of here. When Dontavian Wicks, who's been here now for 3 seasons, last week didn't know how to get lined up, and he's telling him, go over here, he should have said, next play, get him out.
Well, there was
what are you doing?
No next play, I don't think.
You said what?
There was no next play after that.
Well,
oh, yeah, true.
Actually, there was, because Sirianni's an idiot.
In general, I need Jordan Love to hold a firmer line.
Bill in Beaver Dam. Billy Johnson, you're up with KBN on the Carbless Talking text line.
All right, fellas, I'm going to play your game, and then I'm going to embarrass Kyle, okay?
Wow.
Number one, the thing they can fix is they need to get guys on the ground. I mean, the great thing about this defense is it flies to the ball. And there was a number of occasions where guys had the opportunity to make one-on-one tackles, which aren't easy. But if you get those guys on the ground, you have them in 3rd and long. in a couple of cases where they had him on the outside and they had opportunities to make solo tackles, either they didn't get him on the ground, either they flat out missed the tackle, or they got dragged for another 5 or 6 yards. It sounds simple, and we talked about the dropped interceptions, and obviously, I think more often than not, they're going to at least catch a couple of those. But if they can get guys on the ground, because the problem with the design of the defense is they basically have two big guys in it all the time. They have Wyatt and they have Wooden, and if one of those guys are hurt, they'll put another big guy in to replace them. Otherwise, they have a bunch of velociraptors, which is great. The only problem is you're susceptible to getting bullied, and they got bullied yesterday. And that's going to happen against everybody. But when you get the opportunities to get guys on the ground, you have to.
What about Kyle?
The thing they can't.
I'm more curious about embarrassing Kyle, Bill.
Just wait. The thing they can't fix is injuries. And Brad will tell me, because professional athletes and coaches don't want to talk about luck. Injuries are luck. That's it. If all of a sudden, and their luck has been terrible so far this year. I mean, there was nothing they could do to stop that injury to Tucker Kraft. There was nothing they could do to stop Jacobs from tweaking his knee yesterday. There's nothing they could do to stop Elton Jenkins from getting a broken fibula. Fans love to find, I'll just use Kyle as an example because he's my favorite fan. Kyle likes to say, they like to find excuses. They like to find people to blame. You can't blame anybody for injuries. It just doesn't work. So as far as avoiding injuries, they can't do it. And if they get a few more guys hurt, they're not going to have a chance this year. Kyle, my question for you is this. And I know the Eagles won the Super Bowl last year, so this is probably all forgotten. Do you think Eagles fans enjoyed the success that Andy Reid had with the Chiefs? Do you think that Browns fans enjoyed the success that Bill Belichick had with the New England Patriots? Yeah, because I think those were good coaches that got fired because they couldn't think of anything to do to fix the culture. So they got rid of a good coach. They shipped a good coach off. And then they had miserable times from that point on.
Bill. Matt's been here 7 years. We've seen what he's been able to do with Aaron Rodgers, and his record post the first 13 and 4 seasons is what, like 34-25-1? Like I don't know if we're like getting rid of like a Sean McVay or someone who's won a Super Bowl. I could be wrong, but I'm not willing to say that I'm worried about him being like replacing somebody and taking them to the next level based off the amount of sample size that we have of him.
The Eagles won a Super Bowl without Andy Reid.
Well, and the other thing is Andy Reid went and got Mahomes. Bill Belichick went and got Brady. So, like, those guys, good coaches, but they benefited from generational quarterbacks at their next stop.
Is Bill Belichick that good of a coach? I mean, North Carolina. Just kidding. He's a legend. He's the greatest of all time.
I will say one quick correction, too, about injuries. I'm not blaming the Packers for injuries. I'm just saying that's a problem that you can't fix.
Yeah, that was just a simple, this is a problem, and unfortunately the ones that they've had.
Of course it's bad luck that Tucker Kraft got injured.
But what I will say about this is that before the injuries, he still was inconsistent, right? Josh Jacobs hasn't been having a great season simply because of the offensive line. That is a problem. Elton Jenkins wasn't this incredible center that they thought he was going to be. Aaron Banks has been extremely inconsistent. So, yes, injuries have happened, but I don't think injuries have derailed this season by any means. It's a lack of execution and a lack of consistency on the offense and the defensive side of football for the Green Bay Packers that have us in a position today where we still don't know, after another victory, they're 6-3-1, and we still don't know what the heck this team is.
Well, you know, you can always protect yourself.
Yeah, I always protect my heart, and I protect it with American Family Insurance. And listen, life's better with a home and auto policy from American Family Insurance. That's because they're always there to protect your dreams. From hosting a family reunion in your new home to taking your family road trip in your new minivan, you always know American Family Insurance has your back. And if you're looking to get an auto insurance quote or a home insurance quote, simply go to amfam.com today. That's amfam.com today, and you can get an insurance agent. You can find one locally, or you can get a quote instantly online, just like that. So go to amfam.com, and always remember, insure carefully and dream fearlessly with American Family Insurance.
We can take your calls, your texts, and get to more about the Packers' victory against the Giants. It's Kyle, Brust Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
His career success rate was 51%. That's trash.
That is trash. That's really bad.
I'm Ricky Henderson in 1923. I want y'all to understand that.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
This season, the Bucks are going for it all.
A game winner for the Greek Freak.
Go inside the team's pursuit of a championship on Locked In, the new season of the Behind the Bucks podcast, narrated by Bucks legend Marcus Johnson. Hear from the team stars on why they think they can make history. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at more than 25 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that's Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
The Packers snapped their 2-game losing streak on Sunday with a gritty 27-20 win against the Giants in East Rutherford. Jordan Love battled through a shoulder injury and found Christian Watson for the go-ahead 17-yard touchdown with just over 4 minutes remaining. Despite losing running back Josh Jacobs to injury, the Packers held on behind a game-sealing interception by Evan Williams late in the game. Here's head coach Matt LaFleur after the win.
Extremely happy with the win. We definitely didn't make it easy on ourselves, but bottom line is we overcame a lot of adversity.
The Packers resume NFC North play next Sunday against the Vikings at Lambeau Field.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
Family's bigger? Out of space? We can help you find a new place. Just make Tri-City your first call. We are here to help, loan large or small. Tri-City National Bank, equal housing lender, NMLS 433891.
I'm the guy that never gives 5 stars because I never believe that anything is perfect. But I would give them 20 stars if I could.
Ernest's stellar review belongs to QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative treatments. They came through when he badly needed relief for his aching knees, and doctors had told him that surgery was the only option.
What they're doing is cutting edge, and it really helps. And I'm a tough sell.
QC Kinetics is led by National Medical Director Dr. Mitchell Scheinkup, a pioneer in this field. With 20 years of clinical work, tons of research, teaching, publishing in non-surgical natural pain treatments. These are the medical pros to trust.
I'm living my life basically pain-free from what I was dealing with, so I'm a happy camper today, no doubt about it.
QC Kinetics. Call today to see if you're a candidate.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-667-5559. That's 414-667-5559. 414-667-5559.
Now's the time to plan your total experience getaway to the Island Resort and Casino. With over 450 hotel rooms and a luxurious spa, relax in style before diving into non-stop casino action. Watch your favorite teams on the big screens and enjoy great food and drinks at T. McSee Sports Bar, or savor top-tier dining at Horizon Steakhouse. Then amp up your night with live music and comedy. Head to where the big game, big wins, and big fun come together. The Island Resort and Casino.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hey Tom, I want a new hoop for the kids. Any ideas?
Yeah, I got mine from Precision Sports over 10 years ago. They helped me choose the right hoop, installed it, and even painted my court lines.
Nice. How do I reach them?
Easy. PrecisionSportsOnline.com for a free quote.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It is a Victory Monday brought to you by Palermo's Pizza, Wisconsin's hometown pizza with delicious brands like Palermo's, Connie's Urban Pie, and Screamin' Sicilian. Palermo's has your game day covered. Find Palermo's in your local grocer's freezer. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman with you, KBN Nation at 800-990-3776, the Carbless Talkin' text line. on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Yes, Kyle.
Can I just say games like the Jags, your Jags, beating
my
the Chargers
Jags.
like that, it's like that. The NFL is unpredictable.
That was an West Coast, East Coast.
35
I didn't have 35-6, but I did have the Jags.
35-6.
Yeah, it's a fascinating NFL. I don't know what more you want me to say, Kyle.
That's what keeps hope alive.
I know it is what keeps hope alive, but it doesn't mean you don't stop trying to figure out how your team can surpass the chaos.
It keeps hope alive, but it's literally the purpose of this exercise of like, dude, the landscape. I can't remember a time when there weren't at least a handful of juggernauts where you're like, well, we're good, but how in the world are you going to beat X, Y, Z? And that's just not the case this year. So that's why when you look at this and say, okay, if the Green Bay Packers aren't playing at a championship level, they're good. Are they going to be able to? And you look at these things and I say, I don't know if they're going to be able to fix these. That's what makes it frustrating, because if there was any year to do this, Jordan Love, year 3 starter, Micah Parsons, Matt LaFleur's been here for 7 years. Got a bunch of, returning O-linemen, Josh Jacobs, Xavier McKinney, Edgerrin
Gary
Cooper.
getting paid like a...
You just think to yourself, on paper, this is
you got
the
the
year.
kicker situation figured out.
Finally, the kicker's figured out.
The kicker got set up, by the way.
On paper, this is the year.
McManus said, have her sick up.
He's like, I'm injured. It's really windy out there. You can go look a
He
fool.
said, all you are complaining about me missing a 64-yarder. Okay, I'm injured.
He did one of these. Oh, that wind is. This wind's howling.
Ow!
Quad, that plane ride messed up a quad,
Yeah,
man.
it was on Saturday. He landed. Woo! It's windy. You feel that
What is
turbulence?
this?
I'm good. I'm good.
Ryan and Madison, you're up on the Carbless Talk and text line 800-990-3776.
How's it going, you guys?
Howdy.
Good.
I just want to say, first of all, Packer fans, don't panic. You still got a bunch of games left. You're probably going to, and this comes from a Bears fan, you're probably going to split or sweep the Bears.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, keep going.
I'm just calling in because I, at the beginning of the season, called in and said I felt a little bit different in the offseason about my Bears, and I got cut off by Stroh.
It's like you guys, you practice that.
I saw that coming when I saw the call come up on the screen.
Stroh was just waiting, huh?
Josh from Kenosha. He was going to get to that eventually. Josh from Kenosha, you're up on the Carbless Talk and text line.
Hey, guys. Happy Victory Monday. As another Bears fan, it feels
What's
great being
going
in first
on
place
around here?
Don't y'all got something else y'all can listen to down from Chicago to the party?
We
y'all
love all the
celebrating?
listeners we can get.
First place. How does it feel, Josh? First time since 2018?
Yeah, I was just about to say it's been 7 years. I'm not sure how to feel, but it won't last long. So, I did want to give credit to 2 guys on the Packers yesterday when I was watching them that stepped up on offense. You guys touched on Watson. Those 2 touchdown catches he had were really tough catches, and he's really starting to show why he earned that year extension because of how talented that guy is.
You think he's the number 1 receiver
and I'm
for the Packers?
so happy the Packers did that for him. That was classy. So a lot of respect to the Packers for taking care of him after a major injury. The second guy is Wilson. After Jacobs went down, that dude took
We
over.
got to get rid of you now. That's why you're a Bears fan. Who's Wilson?
Emmanuel, I guess.
I thought he was trying to go with Malik Willis.
No, but still, Emmanuel was okay. I mean,
he's solid.
It was very
He
different.
only averaged like
than-
3.5 yards a carry.
He looks different.
Touchdown though. First touchdown of the year.
Yeah, he looks different as a fill-in versus like, oh gosh, I'm now the guy. Like when he goes in there, he get one carry every yeah, well, a change up. It's like
bam,
here I go hard. But like, wait a minute now, hit after hit after hit. It's like, wait a minute, I'm getting worn down a little bit. He didn't have the same pop and burst like he usually has.
Ryan and Madison, we appreciate your call. Yeah, Strofe is really weak. I'm sorry that he cut you off again. And you know, I didn't actually tell him to do it, so it's all Strofe this time. You got to own this one, Strophe. Look, I don't know what to take from the 2 Bears fans that are sitting in first place, trying to compliment the Packers and
Yeah, where's Jonathan Brust? He would never do that.
Yeah, no,
He would never compliment us.
I bet he is excited right now. First down, chains. They have so much happiness right now. They're winning close games.
Not according to the text line. Not a lot of happiness happening over in Madison.
What are you talking about?
Ryan in Madison's very upset with me.
Oh, I know. That's why I said this is. That's why I'm saying this is all Strofe. I had nothing to do with it, and I really didn't this time. Speaking of Emmanuel Wilson, Josh Jacobs, I'm wondering what next week will look like if Josh Jacobs really doesn't play. Because it's so weird. We have all the discussions about Matt LaFleur, and Malik Willis does come in and read option, gets some rush yards, it's big pickups, makes that throw to Christian Watson. And then when Josh Jacobs goes down, it almost feels like he unleashes Jordan Love a little bit more. So is this not a good thing? I'm just genuinely fascinated. With Josh Jacobs going out, Jordan Love was a different player. If he doesn't play next week, will we see Jordan Love thrive again? A lot of pressure coming at him. Can that offensive line hold up? We'll keep getting to you. Discuss the Green Bay Packers. 800-990-3776. Carbo's Talking Text Line. We're back in 2 minutes.
When storms hit or accidents happen, it's not just about property, it's about people. I'm Mandy Grimal-Lococo with Grimal & Associates Insurance. We help families bundle home, auto, and life coverage so you're never facing life's what-ifs alone. With the heavy rains we've seen in Milwaukee, we'll review your policy to be sure water backup, sump pump failures, and flood risks don't drain your wallet. Your home is more than walls and a roof, it's where life happens. At Grimal & Associates Insurance in Shorewood, we're here to protect your home, your family, and your peace of mind. Call us today at 414-332-0838. Hey,
it's John McGivern here. You know I love Network Health. One of the reasons is that they're local and they understand how important that is. Their exceptional customer service isn't just words on a page. It's what they do. It's what they've always done for over 41 years. Call 833-7-NETWORK today. HMO and POS plans underwritten by Network Health Plan. Compensation has been provided for using this endorsement of Network Health.
Feel better, recover faster, and relax deeper, all from home. Infrared saunas from Good Health Saunas use safe, radiant heat that warms your body from the inside out, helping flush toxins, improve circulation, and melt away your stress. Hey, it's Jen Latta from ESPN Milwaukee. I've had my Good Health sauna for a few years now, and I use it almost every day. My skin's clearer, I sleep better, and I feel amazing. Stop by the Good Health Sauna showroom in Waukesha to see the models in person, or visit goodhealthsaunas.com/Jen.
We see you out there doing things your way. So why shop the same retail giants as everyone else when you can find the same trusted products at unbeatable farm and fleet prices? Like men's work and sport thermal base layers starting at just $14.99. Get $30 in Carhartt bucks for $125 spent on Carhartt gear. Plus, we offer Blaine's best price promise, guaranteeing you'll always find the lowest price with us or we'll match it. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman from KBN. Tune in to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman every day from 2 to 5. WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
So this reminded me of something that I saw and I've been hearing about. Your co-host on Mr. Irrelevant Strofe, Josh DiMaggio, really believes that Matt LaFleur is holding Jordan Love back. And when Josh Jacobs got hurt, I think naturally he wasn't like, all right, I'm not going to just lean on Emmanuel Wilson the entire game. Did anyone get a feel that turned the tide of like almost letting him loose and getting that feeling of like, all right, Jordan,
Yes.
go cook?
The answer is yes. Yeah, I mean, you could tell there was finally, albeit forced trust, there was finally trust to put the ball in the hands of your $55 million quarterback.
It
and trust he can
shouldn't
go to college.
take that for that to happen.
I agree, but give me,
You
Kyle,
think it's trust? I don't think it's trust. I think it's him having to change what he wants to do.
I think it's stubbornness. I'm with you, Kyle. I think it is stubbornness.
It comes from Matt LaFleur wanting to run this offensive game plan and do it this way, but when you don't have an elite running back like Josh Jacobs back there and your team is not winning by a margin where you can feel comfortable enough to give the ball to Emmanuel Wilson and possibly eat up a clock, you have to put the ball in the best player on the football field's hands, and Jordan Love, so he had no choice but to do it. But I think he trusts Jordan Love, but I think he trusts and wants to execute his game plan more than he wants to put this team in a position to be successful.
Yeah,
it's a me thing.
Sure. I guess I don't necessarily disagree with any of that, Kyle. It's more so the point, though, that it shouldn't take this, right? You can have two good players on your offense coexist together in Jacobs and Love, and they did a good job of that last year where they utilized the run to open the pass, but I think that was more of a play because of Love's injuries throughout the course of the season. He wasn't as mobile as he is this year, and maybe that'll stop being the case after a little shoulder flare-up yesterday. But all in all...
I know. I've been meaning to bring that up, but it's about time he learns to slide. But he's too valuable. He's been going head first and trying to run guys over, which as competitors we all love, but you're too valuable.
If it's fourth down, you got to have it, and it's a game-winning drive, maybe, but not the situation.
What was it, the first or second quarter? I think second quarter that happened in yesterday. So, no, you're right about that. But all in all... Yeah, the two examples, the two halves, I guess we could say, this year where LaFleur has just unleashed Love and allowed him to go off script and make plays was second half against Pittsburgh and second half against New York. And both of those games resulted in wins and really impressive showings by Jordan Love. I'd argue probably his two best halves of the year.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Strofe running the show. 800-990-3776, Carbless Talk and Text line on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. And so we're bringing up the fact that Jordan Love felt freer and played with that confident swagger rhythm, despite the fact that his wide receivers continue to drop the ball for him. Justin's been chiming in a lot about this, and we've talked about it a little bit, how Josh Jacobs only really likes running from the shotgun. And he says, this ain't on Matt. Jacobs is the wrong running back for this offense.
They played under center with him a little bit earlier in that game.
A little bit. And that's something that they have been doing. And
Bulaga talked about that.
And that was what I was just about to bring up. Bryan Bulaga, who joins us at 4:45 today, he joins Wilde and Tausch during the week. Obviously, he's a Super Bowl champ right tackle for the Green Bay Packers, who did have a year under Matt LaFleur. There is a way in which you can, as Strofe said, marry the two players that are your two best offensive guys. And that's been something that I think everyone expected the leap from last year to this year to have happen, but it hasn't. And so now, again, this goes back to our entire conversation of who this team is. My curiosity and my antennas perk of, if Josh doesn't play, what does this offense look like without the guy where Matt LaFleur continuously wants to just run with him?
Slinging that thing.
Well, yeah, I think it's Jordan Love being the man. And if you guys remember that 2023 magical run, which still is
just slanging it.
Jordan Love's best football, right? MVP level football was the second half of that 2023 season. Aaron Jones was hurt for a lot of that, if you guys remember.
Sure was.
I was looking back at some of these box scores from some of these epic wins and epics. It was A.J. Dillon and Patrick Taylor, right? Yes, Ben? Sounds like you want to
I just want to pre-rec here. Let's not forget when Aaron Jones did come back. He was great. Just as not, if not better.
He was extremely effective.
He was great, but Jordan Love had found his rhythm, and he was in it, and he was trusting his receivers. I think Matt LaFleur opened the playbook. So it's almost like a way to kickstart Jordan Love in this offense. Is let's just put it on his shoulders and let him start cooking. That then allows things to open up more. And you're right, when Aaron Jones came back, he was very, very, very good. So I think with this situation, when Matt LaFleur wants so badly to balance this offense out. I mean, he really wants to run the football. And when it comes to figuring out, what does Josh Jacobs want to do, and what does Jordan Love want to do, and what do I want to do? What Josh Jacobs wants is open holes. He wants running lanes. He doesn't care. Yes, he might prefer to take out of the shotgun, but if he's getting stalemated at the line, he doesn't care if he's getting it in play action or whatever. So it's an opportunity. It's a rare and a strange opportunity for Jordan Love to kickstart that rhythm that we need to see a little bit more out of him and for this offense. And then maybe by the time Josh Jacobs comes back, it's adjusted. But letting Jordan Love cook is almost always the right decision.
Yeah, and what we saw yesterday, we showed that this is Jordan Love's team. Jordan Love, every time he's getting the opportunity to drive this football team down the field for a tie or for a go-ahead score, he has successfully done that for the Green Bay Packers. And so this is why he got to put his imprint on the fact that this is my team. And as you just said, Brad, they should definitely look to change the formula. This should be a passing football team that opens up the running lanes for Josh Jacobs, but is going to be on the wide receivers to catch the football, to get open so the football team can execute at a higher level. If Jordan Love has time, he is going to dissect defenses. You saw it yesterday.
That's a huge if he has time.
Yeah, that falls.
Because it falls into the offensive line conversation and scary things.
But what the offensive line, I'll give them credit. Later in the game, they did do a better job of giving Jordan Love more time, right? And he was able to buy time with his legs, step up in the pocket, and do some different things. He didn't have guys right in the middle of him this game, and he was able to make magic happen. And so, again, I want Josh Jacobs to play on Sunday, but whether he plays or not, Matt LaFleur should be thinking, this is Jordan Love's team. So Josh Jacobs going to get his touches, whether it's based off the fact that we're going to throw the ball and then drop it to him, or based on the pass that we're going to find him in screen plays. But at the end of the day, it needs to be Jordan Love throwing the football as much as possible, because like we said, we found out in 2023, Jordan Love can throw for 30 touchdown passes. He can throw for 4,000 yards, and he can lead the team to a playoff win on just his arm. And so let's put the rest of this season on the arms of Jordan Love and let the rush game be complementary to what the passing game is.
Well, yeah, if you want to have people respect the running game and be able to have some space, the passing game needs to be operating. And I'm not saying sit back and throw it 30 yards every play, but some easy, quick hitters, get the ball, a 1-2 step drop and get the ball out. Between Golden and Dobbs, and there's plenty of weapons for him to be able to do that. Even getting Jacobs or whoever the running back is, just involved in unique ways. I just think when this offense is running through Jordan Love, it's at its best.
I think this conversation's timely because of who they play next. And there's been games where Jordan Love has thrived against the Vikings, and we also know there's been times where he has not. And that is based off their defensive coordinator, Brian Flores, usually top 5 in the league in blitz percentage.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a fascinating matchup again for all of us to learn even more about the things that we don't know and can try and guess if it's going to be good or guess if it's going to be bad, but we're going to find out together. Dan and Toma, you're on the Carbless Talk and text line 800-990-3776.
Hey, thanks for taking my call. I've been listening to you guys all day. And you talked about the line can't be fixed, that they need culture, which might be a new head coach. So my question is, are we at the breaking of the dawn or whatever you want to say, that if the Packers don't make the playoffs, would they get rid of LaFleur? And what happens if Hatley goes? The Packers aren't going to promote Hatley, are they? And speaking of the line, isn't that part of Goody's? He went out and got Banks. He moved Jenkins over to center. Are we seeing a whole new era coming up in the next year if the Packers don't perform? Can we see all new coaches? Special teams coaching has been killing us for 3 years.
Yeah, Dan, we talked about a lot of these extensively last week. Goody deserving more blame for the Aaron Banks signing, Jordan Morgan draft, and I think overall as an organization, moving Jenkins from guard to center wasn't great despite him being out for injury.
I never thought I'd miss Josh Myers.
Then I think we're at a point now where they're not going to miss the play. It would be really if they miss the playoffs, he's gone. And yes, I don't know if that would lead to Goody being gone, but the whole coaching staff would be sayonara.
Goody ain't going nowhere because it comes down to, at a certain point, a player development. And player development falls onto the coach, right?
It feels like, for the most part, there's enough talent in the room to, one, compete, make the playoffs, and to improve year over year. And I think that's the thing. That's the frustrating thing with these drops. We dealt with this last year. You felt like they were going through their growing pains in 2023. How has there not been that level of improvement? How has there not been improvement in some other areas where you feel like, okay, this is the year that they are starting to peak to greatness, and they're just not there yet?
Was it the win?
I just wanted to chime in that I have met Dan and Toma, not actually Dan and Toma, but I have met Dan and Toma at a dive bar 800 times in my life. I've met that dude.
I love his voice.
The thick Wisconsin accent.
Yeah.
I don't want to call it a conspiracy theory, but like the at-large Packers questions while you're sipping on something at your local tavern. Like I've met that guy 100 times.
You're a tavern
You know
guy.
you are that guy. You're Dan and Toma.
Yeah, I'm a younger version of Dan and Toma. Yes.
Yeah, I meet more of the K. Adams in bars back in the day.
Oh, wow.
You ain't, come on now.
Not K. As he said, not K.
Not up to that standard.
No,
not for you. Not for sloppy.
No. Whoa, now. I got a good resume now. Don't maybe
bring it out. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Brag.
Don't maybe dust off no book now.
Bring out the resume. I'm sure that'll make your fiance really happy to hear about your past resume.
I had to dig deep through the books.
Oh, he got stuttery.
The books. Pre 2020 books.
Pre.
What does that mean?
He doesn't know. He doesn't know. Victory Monday is brought to you by Palermo's Pizza, Wisconsin's hometown pizza, with delicious blends like Palermo's, Connie's, Urban Pie, and Screamin' Sicilian. Your game day is covered with Palermo's, and find them in your local grocer's freezer. You can also find a Cheez-It Pizza, a legendary snack cracker available in frozen pizza. It's the perfect amount of Cheez-It flavor in the crust with great flavors: Italian 4 cheese, cheddar jack supreme, and pepperoni. With one of the shortest bake times, you go from freezing to cheesing. Find Cheez-It frozen pizza in your local grocer's freezer aisle. Jason Wilde, scheduled to appear. Didn't communicate that one. 3:45.
Thanks for reading the email.
Yeah, it's on me today. I'll take that one. Are you going to bet Ryan and Madison, or are you just going to be scared of him?
Oh, wait, there's a bet now?
He wants to bet you about the Bears-Packers.
I don't think I can do that on the radio, Ben.
Take it offline. Be a man. Next.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're 92.
Yeah.
I thought it was 93. You said 93.
Almost 93.
When's his birthday?
May.
It's July.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Starting out this afternoon with some delays. Southbound 41 from the county line down past Good Hope Road, then back on the brakes from Appleton Avenue down past Hampton. Northbound slowing down between North Avenue and Burleigh. Eastbound 94, we do have our delays from 84th Street to Hawley Road, and westbound 94 backing up from 20th Street all the way to Hawley Road. Traffic is brought to you by Tsunami Express Car Wash. Today's forecast, crisp fall skies and a winning shine. Get your first car wash free at tsunamiexpress.com. Just in time for game day. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat. And checking the TMJ for Storm Team forecast. Tonight, rain, snow mix likely with a low of 36. And then tomorrow, rain likely, mostly cloudy with a high of 41. Weather's brought to you by Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more. Easy and affordable apparel personalization with no minimums and fast turnaround. For all your printing needs, bigfrog.com/Pequan. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
It's back Black Friday at Ewald Automotive Group, and it's our biggest event yet. Shop vehicles with up to $10,000 off, or 0% financing, or 0 down. We'll do whatever it takes to move all remaining 2025s. Our biggest savings of the year, lowest interest rates, maximum trade values, and huge selection. Black Friday is back now at every Ewald location.
On select models with approved credit offers cannot be combined. See dealer for details. Expires a month end.
Kevin Moret here for Mentality. Listen up, gentlemen. You're fighting an unfair battle. Studies show testosterone levels in men have plummeted by 25% in just 2 decades. That's why you're struggling with energy, muscle, and drive. But here's a game changer. Mentality's FDA-approved treatments boost testosterone by 30% on average. Imagine reclaiming the vitality your grandfathers had. Picture turning heads, dominating your career, and feeling unstoppable again. Don't settle for today's normal. Seize the day at mentalityhealth.com/radio. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Give the gift of game this holiday season and spread the joy with a Milwaukee Bucks gift card. A guaranteed slam dunk for every fan on your list. Recipients can score tickets to Bucks games and other Fiserv Forum events through the Ticketmaster box office. Shop exclusive gear at the Bucks Pro Shop or get their favorite snack at Fiserv Forum's concessions. It's a big win for both you and them. To purchase a gift card, visit bucks.com/giftcards.
Win a pair of tickets to see Green Bay host Chicago on December 7th, which includes access to Green Bay's upscale tailgating destination, the Tundra Trio. 3 upscale homes just steps from the stadium, featuring next-level pre- and post-game festivities with gourmet food and premium drinks. Thanks to Dr. Pepper and ESPN Wisconsin. Enter to win now at ESPNWisconsin.com. Wherever you watch the game, nothing hits like the bold signature flavor of Dr. Pepper. Enjoy an ice-cold Dr. Pepper during your next visit to McDonald's. No purchase necessary. Enter by November 23rd.
Hey Milwaukee, it's Jen Latta. Closets by Design Milwaukee is launching a holiday food drive to support families impacted by the government shutdown. Doug and Cindy Gower, the local family behind Closets by Design, are challenging the community to pack the van, feed a fam by filling a delivery van with food, toiletries, and donations for local families in need. Drop off items now through November 30th at 6040 West Executive Drive in Mequon. Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Together, we can make sure no family goes hungry this holiday season. Shop Closets by Design today and make a difference.
Ready to watch the Packers like a VIP? Cousins Subs put you in the center of it all on the 50-yard line in plush recliner seats, complete with personal TVs and your favorites delivered from Cousins Subs. 2 pairs of fans are selected before each regular season home game to enjoy this one-of-a-kind experience. Enter daily to win the best seats in the house, only from Cousins Subs. Cousins Subs. We believe in better. See rules and eligibility for details.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not a kicker, but it's certainly, I think it was impactful. But the bottom line is, and we experience this quite often on our practice facility where it is windy, and you ultimately you got to find a way.
Gotta find a way, according to Matt LaFleur. Windy or not, let's make some kicks. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman. On this Victory Monday, brought to you by Callan, from kitchen and bathroom remodels to Infinity by Marvin Fiberglass Replacement Windows. Callan makes your home feel like a win. Request your consultation today at callcallan.com. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman. Strophy's running the show. UKVN Nation, 800-990-3776 is the carbless talk and text line. I'm not going to lie. This is a very negative Kyle Wallace for a Monday after a win. Is that fair, Stroph? I've never seen him like this.
I think it's just...
I'm negative.
Well, I think it's just a product of working with you two, unfortunately, for
What do you
Kyle.
mean?
You've beaten him down so bad. You've beaten the man down. At least I've got a room of separation where I can maintain the positivity and the vibe.
What do you got? What do you got? What's so
eyes.
positive?
You watch this team.
Yeah, I've got eyes. I watch this team.
Thank you.
I watched the Packers quarterback look like a superstar in the second half. Just the man we've been waiting to see.
I literally said he had a better Pro Football Focus grade in this game versus the Cowboys in 2023 in the playoffs.
No one's doubting Love's greatness.
Yeah, but this is the turning point. Are you aware what started 2 days ago?
Toyotathon.
Damn right. It's go time, baby.
What about what your eyes see on the field beyond Jordan Love and all the things that have plagued this team from an inconsistent standpoint?
I'm not concerned about the defense despite allowing 20 points and a lot of rushing yards yesterday. I still think they're good. They're
good.
They're going to get LVN back in the mix, and he's had a better, well, not statistically, but he's been better this year than Rashawn Gary, who was limited in snaps yesterday. Carrington Valentine's been awesome.
That's a really good. That should make you feel really good. That the guy that you extended, pay a lot of money to is limited in snaps.
3 years ago? Carrington Valentine's been one of the better corners in all of football the last 2 weeks. He's only allowed 2 catches for 15 yards each of the last 2 weeks. That's a good sign. Evan Williams has had an awesome year in the back end. Xavier McKinney's still good. So I'm not as concerned about this defense at all in any capacity at any level.
But what about their chances to go far in the playoffs with what you've seen through Week 11?
You're going to learn a lot about this team over the course of the next 5 weeks. You got 4 divisional matchups in the next 5 weeks, 2 in the next 10 days, and we should know a heck of a lot more about this team than we do right now.
Doesn't scare you at all that you have seen such an inconsistent team throughout the year.
Tell me who hasn't been inconsistent in the National Football League.
You sound like me. I would have slapped.
I don't know about that.
You want to say New England? I mean, sure, New England hasn't proven anything, though. Right? You want to say Denver?
I agree.
I'll still take Kansas City, even though they beat them yesterday. Right? And
5-5.
The Rams have been pretty darn good.
Rams have been good. Rams have been
Seattle's
good. I
been
agree.
pretty
Who have the
good.
Rams beaten?
Seattle was horrible yesterday, though. They got their
Darnold.
booties beat.
They got their booties beat. They were a field goal away from winning at the end.
But what
despite
Darnold
getting their
do?
booties
What Darnold
beat.
do?
Exactly what he did in the playoffs when he faced pressure.
You want Darnold or Love?
A couple days ago, they wanted Darnold. That's what they said, didn't they, Strofe? They sure did.
He's having a better season.
Yeah, look at that.
I'm actually trying to have a conversation.
I think Darnold threw as many interceptions yesterday as Love has all season.
Boy, he cooking.
Again.
Fire. He on fire.
I was just going to compliment you on doing a phenomenal job of not answering the questions about the Packers and doing the Kyle and just making about everyone else.
He's cooking.
Kyle, stop. What's the question?
What do you see from the Green Bay Packers that makes you feel confident about them moving forward?
They have a really good defense. They have a really good quarterback. And I think their head coach is
it doesn't
by force.
What happened to the guy that was worried about this team long term once they lost Tucker Kraft and you were crying?
I know. Have I said right now that I think they're going to win the Super Bowl?
Isn't that what it's about?
Of course it is. But I think coming off
how far do you think they go?
Yeah, what's a realistic?
How far in Strove's brain? Since you're
NFC championship game.
Do you think that, or you think that's like the ceiling? Like you think they'll get there, or you think that's
I still think the ceiling is getting to the Super Bowl. I don't know about winning it, but I think realistic expectation, which I think it was before the season, was get to an NFC championship game. I still think that's on the table.
Man, Strofe
need to get hot.
You're good.
Are you concerned at all that there has been
He's coming for your job, I guess. You're complimenting him for doing a better job explaining his optimism than you.
A bit of a blueprint now that if you can neutralize Micah Parsons, which the Giants tried to, he still got a bunch of. He still led the team in pressures and
he
sacks.
Had a strip
and
sack and a sack and a half.
Right.
But
James had quite a bit of time back there.
Yes, he did. Before I answer that question, though, I just don't. I said this a few weeks ago. I want to say it again. Because we've gone almost an hour and a half without really mentioning Micah at length. The guy is so impactful. He's so good. We're already doing what we do with Giannis. We don't acknowledge the greatness in front of us enough.
He's a closer,
Mike
man.
is unbelievable.
He's amazing.
Anyway, in terms of the lack of pressure yesterday.
Well, no, because, he did his part. But if teams would just say, we are going to double or triple team him, and if we can take care of him, then we're not too concerned about everybody else. We can go one-on-one because it's... Packers
but that's even why I bring up a guy like LVN. If you can get more hitters in there, because Rashawn Gary wasn't good enough yesterday. Kingsley Enagbare was fine.
And
but
you expect LVN to be?
But you have more depth then, right? So you can rotate more pieces in. And he was off to a pretty good start to the season.
I was going to say he was not bad to start the year.
I guess my take is this team...
Not bad, and a lot of...
But if you can add depth at a later point in the season, similarly to how I feel about Reed on the offensive side of the football.
Even the losses that the Packers had, they didn't get blown out. And they were... the Panthers and the Browns not necessarily, but the Eagles are a good team. It was a close game. They still had a chance to win. All those good things. The Giants are probably the worst team in the NFL, and they're decimated by injury. Mm-hmm. And a win's a win in the NFL. Definitely not taking anything away from that.
They're not the worst team in the NFL, but they're the worst team in the NFC.
Yes.
He's doing the thing where he's making him just a step up on the pedestal.
Well, there's another team that plays in their same stadium who's worse than them. The Jets. The Jets are the worst team in the NFL.
That's tough in New York City right now.
Brutal.
It's always tough in New York.
And Buffalo's been
look at it
underwhelming.
and just think of these things that have gotten in their way from this team being great. This team's definitely good. They're definitely a playoff team. Mm-hmm. I just think that it's hard to take away any real meaty conclusions that make you feel really good about this team against a team like the Giants.
I have a question for you, and this is a genuine ask because I don't know. I know the year you were in Carolina and you made the Super Bowl, your team was good all year, right? You went 15-1, if I'm not mistaken.
15-1.
But in Jacksonville, you were obviously really good, and you rattled off some big wins to get to the AFC Championship game. About the midway point of the season, where were you guys at? I asked this for a reason.
For the Jags, we were leading our division.
Okay.
I don't know specifically what we were, but I think
there's this thing called the internet.
We were 12-4 that year, I believe.
Okay, so I guess
good team that year.
Why I ask is, were you playing your best football before Thanksgiving or after Thanksgiving?
I think we knew who we were. Like the defense was dominant. We knew that's how we were going to win games. We knew that if we ran the ball and had, basically Bortles could minimize interceptions and issues, and special teams could just keep the thing moving in the right direction, then we could win ball games.
But I know it's funny to laugh at Bortles, but there was a recipe.
They knew exactly.
So a consistent recipe.
And it worked.
Let's acknowledge what he just said, though. The defense was dominant. Check. And they have a quarterback who is about to get unleashed. And I'm confident in saying that because Josh Jacobs has been banged up, but he's going to be extra banged up. There's going to be more pressure on Jordan Love to win football games, and I think that's I'm confident in that recipe.
And I
think he's a really good quarterback.
And to that, when has Jordan Love the ball's been in his court, when the game's been on his shoulder, when has he never rose to the occasion?
There's examples.
Playoff games.
Yeah. The Philadelphia Eagles game, the offensive line was as decimated as it is right now.
Second half against the Niners,
San Francisco
2 years
Niners,
ago. Yeah.
I mean, he played well in that game.
Ironically, against the Giants on Monday night, his first season as a starter.
That was bad, but that wasn't like an essential game.
You
keep
keep asking, and then we give examples, and it's just like, no, you're wrong, you're wrong. So he's perfect.
Even this time last year, I felt like we knew more about the 2024 Packers than we do about the 2025 Packers.
See, I think that's revisionist history because he was banged up, and we didn't really have a great expectation of what he was capable of.
But
I think we have a better example of him specifically this year.
You had a solid running game. You had Jordan Love that if he gets healthy, he's able to do some things, and you're able to beat, the good to bad teams and the great teams you're struggling with, but maybe on a good day you'd be able to beat them.
They did have a better identity last year, which is shocking.
More consistent identity, I think, is maybe the way to put it.
Better identity is probably wrong. I don't know if I want my identity to be beat the bad teteams, lose the good teams.
The consistency, right?
Yes.
Like that is the level that they're continuing to lack. And we even said they were inconsistent last year. Right, or they didn't have the ability to beat the good teams. So maybe it wasn't a consistency question. Maybe
it's all been consistency this year, and not knowing who's going to be on who's going to show up each and every time they play.
It's all to answer the question. And just to jog my memory, I went back to the Jags 2017 season. The same weekend, we beat the 0-16 Cleveland Browns in an ugly game, right? Like I think we beat them by maybe 12, but it was kind of back and forth the whole game. We were 7-3, and we were like ahead of the NFC South or AFC South, excuse me.
Hold on, can we just acknowledge the parallels for a moment?
6-3-1,
6-3-1.
Very close.
You were 7-3.
Beat the worst team in the NFL.
We just beat the worst team in the NFC.
Who did we play next? Well, we lost to the Arizona Cardinals. I remember that game. That was a very flat game.
Damn, not as many parallels.
Anyway,
because we're going to smoke Minnesota on Sunday.
There was a clear identity and a clear formula. Like, if we win, it's going to be because we did this. If we lost, it's because we did this. I think, and that's with the Panthers. That's with the Jags that year. I think with the Packers, what's so confusing is if they win, they did what? Like, I still can't answer that.
They scored 27 points.
Yeah,
that's a good answer. It's a really good answer.
And if
how they got there, we don't know. But they got there.
But what a weird coinky-dink that is, huh? 5 of their 6 wins this season, they've scored exactly 27.
That is very strange. Very strange.
You like the use of the word coinky-dink there, Brad?
Yeah, I didn't love it.
Okay, thanks for being honest. I'll try to be better for you.
Great segment by you, though.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah, this was fun. Keep the vibes up. Let's go. It's Victory Monday.
Stroff, I'm with you.
That's why I called you out because now all of a sudden here comes Flip Flop Kyle. Hang on. No, I know what we're doing on this side. I'm going to revisit texts about Kyle to start the show versus where he is now. Next.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN.
Transformers, Megan Fox.
No, I would say Megan Fox, we all good, but 7:45 is starting to go. You got to transform your ass up out of here.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Southbound on 41, we do have backups coming in from the county line down to Good Hope Road. We've also got more delays then from Appleton Avenue all the way down almost to Capitol Drive. Southbound 43 is tightening up a bit from just north of Fond du Lac Avenue down through the Marquette and onto the high-rise bridge. Westbound 94, you got backups from 25th Street all the way to Hawley Road. Eastbound is slowing down from 76th Street to Hawley Road. And we've got some delays westbound on 894 coming out of the Mitchell interchange towards Loomis. Traffic Traffic is brought to you by Capco Kids to Kids Toy Drive. For a fun family activity, visit or volunteer Saturday, December 13th. For more information, visit kidstokidstoydrive.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, rain and snow mix likely, a low of 36. Tomorrow, rain likely, mostly cloudy with a high of 41. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
You want in on the autumn action at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee? Of course you do. With $300,000 in prizes, who wouldn't? November 1st through the 20th, play with your rewards card for entries. Thursdays, pick your win from a prize board. At the end of the night, all leftover prizes go to one winner in a jackpot drawing. Autumn action. It's going down at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
So many of our youth carry unimaginable burdens. Anger, depression, even thoughts of suicide. At Rawhide Youth Services, we recognize their pain. We help them find hope and healing. For those that need a second chance at life, we refuse to give up on them. Please be a part of our life-saving work. When you donate your used vehicle to Rawhide, you're helping change the lives of countless youth in our communities. Donate today and get a $100 Quick Trip gift card. Learn more at rawhide.org/donate.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hey, it's Gary Ellison for Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center. Looking to escape the cold or take a midday break? Get your game on at Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center, where it's always golf season. Play more than 2,000 courses, including over 50 right here in Wisconsin. And even that famous course where they hand out green jackets. Top tech simulators, great food, and the best Bloody Marys around. This is your year-round slice of summer. Bays start at just $35 an hour, Monday through Friday. Book your bay today at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
The NFC North Green Bay Packers are returning to Milwaukee, and you're invited.
At defensive end from Texas, rookie edge rusher number 99.
Green Bay Packers select Baron Sorrell.
Coming to the all-new Cunis Buick GMC of Greenfield.
Go, play, go. That's all I can say. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Meet Green Bay Packer defensive end Baron Sorrell.
Tuesday, November 18th from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m.
During this exclusive 2-hour event, you'll meet Baron Sorrell live in person just days before the Pack Sunday game versus the Minnesota Vikings. Color action photos of Baron Sorrell will be provided. And bring your own item for him to sign free of charge.
Tackled for a loss by Baron Sorrell.
Don't miss your chance to meet Green Bay Packer defensive end
number 99, Baron Sorrell.
Exclusively at Cunis Buick GMC of Greenfield, 3615 South 108th Street, just off Beloit Road. Tuesday, November 18th from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Packers get the win.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Yeah, it's tough. Went in, got evaluated, and figured it was good enough to come back, so came back in. But, it was definitely not fun. It's, just a small injury. So we'll reevaluate it when we get back, look at it, see what's going on. But, it's not fun.
A lot of players that you don't want to see leave a game have left the game. Jordan Love, obviously, with the left shoulder came back. Josh Jacobs with the knee. Structurally looks good. Day-to-day, week-to-week sort of thing. So we'll keep you updated on that. As the Packers do win against the Giants, move to 6-3-1. But to start the show, this text I received at 2:18 from Don in the 954. I'm impressed that Kyle is not saying the Packers are a great team again, not falling for this up and down performance. You sound a little bit different 5 minutes ago.
No. This is the problem, is that people get confused that I can have multiple opinions that form what this Green Bay Packers team is, and the football team to me has been an inconsistent football team, but their ceiling, they could win a damn Super Bowl. Why? It's because everybody else around them are just around the same level that they are. I love what we have at quarterback. The offensive line may or may not ever get it done, but the defense, as Strofe was just talking about, they do have good pieces on the defense. I'm just very nervous if they run into a real stud wide receiver in the playoffs, the corners are going to get cooked.
Do you feel good about the defensive line outside of Micah Parsons?
Yeah, I feel good about him. I don't feel great. I feel good about him. I think Rashawn Gary, he's obviously been inconsistent. He started off really, really hot. Now he's kind of coming back down to earth. Devontae Wyatt has his ups and downs. Carl Brooks, ups and downs. The whole defensive
Sounds
line.
like you feel really good about
No,
him.
I do. I feel good about the defensive line because
he's arguing with himself.
No, I'm not.
You hear his voice get higher?
I'm not arguing with myself. What I'm saying is that
we don't know.
It is hard for me to understand. It's just hard for me to understand how they can have games like Strofe talked about before against the Philadelphia Eagles where they slow down Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts isn't able to scramble and run all over the field. But then they have games like Rico Dotto will be able to run as he wants to, and then this week the Giants two backs able to run how they want to. Like, it is very confusing to me how they can lock in and slow down elite rushing attacks, and then all of a sudden they get gashed, and the other team, like you said, Ben, imposes their will on them against teams like the Giants and the Panthers. It is very confusing. So he asked me, are they good? Yeah, they're good because I've seen them play at a high level, but then I see them play at a level like they did last week, and I scratch my dreads because I'm confused.
I do the same.
I don't get how a team could be so inconsistent on every facet of the game. Matter of fact, Brad, I know Homer said punters don't mean anything. Literally, our punter has been the only person that has been consistent every single week. Every other part of this football team has had a level of inconsistency at some point this
season.
Even
he gave Lucas Haversick laces back on one of the extra points.
Oh, that's right.
So
even
my gosh,
that wasn't Lucas' fault. That was his.
That was bad. It, basically impossible to kick a good ball when you're like that. But his punting game has been awesome. Shout out Daniel Whalen. But you're exactly right. Let me answer that question. If on Sunday morning, next Sunday, Micah Parsons woke up with the flu and couldn't play, I would feel pretty bad about this D-line. Now, that's not fair because they did pull off an epic trade. Goody got Micah Parsons, and he is a defensive changing addition. Everything is different when he is in the game, and the Packers do have him on that team, so it's not a fair assumption, right? I can admit that. However, it's reflective that I don't feel like the D-line is really great without him. They're playing generally solid because of his impact, and so much attention needs to go to him. There are other teams like the Lions. Look what the Lions did without Aiden Hutchinson last year. They kept on rolling downhill, and they kept on playing great. So I'm not sure that this defensive line is built to withstand life without Micah Parsons.
Let's go quickly to Lasagna and MKE. Lasagna, you're up on the Carbless Talk and text line.
What up, fellas?
Yo.
What up, Lasagna? My bad.
I figured, Mr. Wallace, you'd have something to say. I'm kind of concerned. I'm hearing a lot of, we got to throw this on, Love played phenomenal, but we got a lot of wide receivers with a lot of drops. Brad, you brought it up earlier that this O-line can't be fixed, and the kicking could be fixed. And I'm just kind of concerned with the state of the team right now. At least with the injuries, who we lost, I don't think we should put so much on Kraft, although he is yak and cheese, so we got to love him for that. I just don't know, even if we had all our bodies, if we've addressed all the issues we should have. Now, is that Gutekunst giving LaFleur what he needs, or is that LaFleur not knowing what to do? And I think that's where the issue is. We have a quarterback that could put the team on his back, but do we have a coach-GM relationship that they can hash out and iron out all the wrinkles to make sure that we can move forward?
Well, what the biggest thing I take from that is they got to figure it out fast between Matt LaFleur and Brian Gutekunst. Not if this team is good or not, but if they can work together to bring a successful end of season. And obviously, it's a lot of that is on Matt right now. The players are going to be the players. If you add anyone, it's a late veteran or whatnot. It is what it is. This is the team that Goody gave you, and it's on Matt to prove that with Jordan Love and all these injuries, he's able to work through it because everyone has injuries, and you got 5 divisional games left. Who are you going to be, Matt? Who are you going to be?
I don't know. I feel like Goody gave him the ingredients to cook. Now, you ain't always going to get the best ingredients, but he got some dang good ones.
Yeah.
Up and down this football team. Even on the offensive line, they may be struggling, but it's coaching.
Let's go to John in Milwaukee. You're up on the Carbless Talking text line with KBN, John.
Good afternoon. Happy Victory Monday, gentlemen.
Indeed.
Now, I'm not going to call my shot, but I've seen this trophy. The thing that gets me about this season that tells me the Packers could do it is there's not one team in the league that you look at and go, my God, that is just a squad. And, every team has a couple of games you're like, how'd they lose that one? So I'm not discounting the Packers simply because there isn't a team that seems to be the team.
Again, I will continue to agree with that point. But you still have to continue to work and look inwardly at what you are and what flaws you have and what you can fix versus not. So you don't get in a spot. Because again, right now they still can win the North. The North is in front of them to take. And if they do and get a home game, look at a hell of a lot better than having to go through the same route that they've gone through the last 2 years of being the 7 seed on the road for all those games. That's a hard thing to do.
That's true.
But I'm going to tell you that every time I walk on the Prince Club, and I played some tennis last Thursday, and I walk in, everyone's so friendly. It's an environment that, you talk about a strong mind, a strong body, a strong community, and you find your better tomorrow there. Literally, I love when I'm there. I feel myself wanting to get better and better and better, and that's what you're going to feel when you walk in too. So just get your tour. Go to the Madison locations and the New Berlin location in the Milwaukee area, and you will feel exactly what I'm talking about, and you'll fall in love. A lot of free childcare with the membership, open 24/7. So if you're looking for your better tomorrow, there is no other place to do it than the Princeton Club. Jason Wilde going to join us next.
This is Kyle, Brust Nortman.
I have never seen BBL together. I've seen BBQ, barbecue. I've seen other things like that. I've never seen BBL.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Selling your home during winter may surprise you. Serious buyers are still out there and often more eager to move.
Homes get strong offers this time of year, and with less competition, your listing can really shine.
I'm Tony Wendorf with Tony Wendorf & Associates First Weber.
And I'm Lindsay Bendler. Our team leads with faith, gratitude, and giving back, donating over $200,000 to local causes since 2020.
Tony Wendorf & Associates is ready to get to work for you with our white glove selling experience. Just search online, Tony Wendorf.
A real estate team that always leads with faith and gratitude.
Tony Wendorf & Associates.
Make the best seat in the house yours. Carbless delivers the handcrafted cocktail experience right to your living room. Bold flavor, no carbs, no sugar, just 100 calories, and all the taste with none of the extra baggage. From kickoff to the final play, Carbless is your game day go-to. Hosting friends, watching with family, or celebrating every big drive, Carbless keeps the good times pouring. So when the game's on the line, make the winning call. Skip the mixing, grab the bliss, and make every seat the best seat in the house. Find Carbless near you at drinkcarbless.com.
Time out on the field. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, a whole house of new windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 6 years.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no extra interest.
And unlike opponents, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin actually stops the drafts.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 11/30/2025.
Goldsmiths are essential to running a jewelry store, but they're extremely hard to find.
Goldsmiths can repair jewelry, set diamonds, resize rings, and create beautiful, one-of-a-kind pieces of custom jewelry.
Most jewelry stores do not have an in-house goldsmith.
But Kessler's has 18 wonderful goldsmiths working in our 9 Kessler stores.
The average Kessler's goldsmith has more than 15 years of full-time experience.
And that's not counting all the apprentice goldsmiths and jewelry designers.
Our goldsmiths repair a lot of jewelry that we did not sell.
Bring us your broken jewelry and we'll bring it back to life.
When you see a woman with an extremely attractive, very distinctive engagement ring,
you can safely assume that it's a custom-designed, one-of-a-kind ring made by the goldsmiths at Kessler's.
When your relationship is special, you need a special engagement ring.
If you want something that's breathtakingly one-of-a-kind,
come to Kessler's.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
At Citizens Bank, we believe banking is more than transactions.
It's about being recognized and remembered. It's feeling like you're understood and supported along the way. It's the small stuff that says, we know you. Because when your bank gets you, banking just feels better. Citizens Bank. Bank where you belong. Learn more at citizensbankwi.bank/belong. Citizens Bank is member FDIC.
My husband's an animal in bed.
Well, you know.
Not in the fun way. Think warthog. With a chainsaw.
Snoring and sleep apnea affect over 90 million people, and 1 out of 4 couples sleep in separate rooms. Advent can help. We've been Milwaukee's one-stop solution for nasal congestion, snoring, and sleep apnea for over 20 years. Unlike many other practices, we focus exclusively on these conditions, so you get comprehensive care under one roof. Advent's unique approach can help you breathe and sleep better, and many avoid a CPAP. Plus, most insurance is accepted for our effective 20-minute in-office treatments.
Hey, the only animal you want in your bed is your dog.
Advent. Sleep better. Sleep together. Learn how you can improve your life at adventknows.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
The people that watch the Jets regularly, those poor people, I don't know.
3-time Wisconsin Sportswriter of the Year.
This is like me announcing that I'll be on Wilde and Tausch tomorrow. I mean, God willing, if the creek don't rise.
Holding everybody accountable.
You play to your strength, and their strengths, if their offensive line can block the right people.
Jason Wilde is on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Joining us now across ESPN Wisconsin is Jason Wilde. Listen to Jason 9 to noon across these various stations on Wilde and Tausch. Jason, how are you?
I'm good, guys. How are you?
Doing well.
We won, Jason. We won.
Baby.
We.
I'm a shareholder.
I'm glad you're. I'm eager for all the positivity, and then I look forward to a very positive grade from you after the segment is over.
Yeah, hey, just as long as you say all the stuff I love that you agree with me, then it will be a great grade.
Well, why don't you start, Kyle? What do you want him to agree with right away?
Well, Jason, I think something that we have to address is finally, unfortunately, it took for Josh Jacobs to get hurt for the Green Bay Packers coach Matt LaFleur to actually allow for Jordan Love to be unleashed. Do you think this would be a formula for the Green Bay Packers moving forward to be pass first to open up the running game for the Packers?
Yeah, I don't think that's how it works, bud.
He butted you. That's tough.
Keep going.
I don't. I don't, because I think I think you know this. This offensive system, the can system, is very much predicated on what look do you get, and then if a different play is better suited for the look that you are getting from the defense, change the play. And so I don't think he said, "Oh, Josh Jacobs is out, I'm going to start having him throw the ball all over the place." In part because if you look at it, if you do throw it all over the place, it looked like there was about a 50-50 chance it was actually going to be caught the way things went yesterday. So, I don't agree with your premise that Josh Jacobs got hurt and he decided to unleash Love. They got matchup. He believes in matchups, and whether you agree or disagree with that mentality, that is the reality of how he goes about play calling. Like, did he call more pass plays because of Josh Jacobs' injury? I mean, maybe slightly, but Jordan Love still only threw 24 passes yesterday. He threw for 174 yards, I guess it was. I mean, I don't think he operates in a, I'm going to unleash the hounds, unleash the quarterback in this matchup kind of mentality.
Well,
I think
he did. Remember a couple years ago, he did say Jordan Love, got to let it rip a little bit, right? And it seemed
right,
like after that.
But he was a first time. But wait a minute now, he was a first time starter in the league, and he didn't know what Jordan could or could not do, and so he was treating him with some kid gloves in terms of his offensive approach, and it wasn't working, right? You saw the way they started that season, and so everybody thinks back on that, and I can proudly say that getting him to bring up the let it rip thing was one of my better moments in a press conference with him, because I thought that was really enlightening into his mentality as a coach, and it was an admission that, hey, I played it too safe with this young quarterback. And so I have to, and the issue was not just telling Jordan to let it rip, because Jordan was playing with some reluctance and some, I don't want to make a mistake, but it was telling him that he had to stop playing that way. The line that LaFleur always uses is indecisive equals ineffective. And so that was part of the equation. But then the other part, and that was the part that I called LaFleur on, and he was great about it, was, okay, you can't tell the quarterback to let it rip if the play caller doesn't. And so I don't think they're at the same place as they were then, where he needs a refresher in letting him let it rip. At the same time, look, I think we're underestimating two aspects of some of their offensive struggles. And it's not like yesterday was some sort of watershed moment where they're now going to morph into, the 2011 Packers that are breaking scoreboards throughout the NFL. But one of the things that happened after Jacobs went out was they saw more man coverage. They saw more, opportunities to throw the ball down the field. Some of them were risky, some of them weren't. And so, again, I think it's important to understand that LaFleur's mentality is, it's not to the degree of like how Belichick used to be defensively of, all right, every week we're going to identify the guy we have to take away, and if that means we play a totally different style of defense than we normally do, so be it. But he definitely is predicated on matchups and expectations of coverages. And so yesterday, I'm not sure that there's causation between Love making a couple of big-time throws and Josh Jacobs getting hurt, because Josh Jacobs was pretty productive before he got hurt. And I thought, the way they were dropping balls, if LaFleur wanted to, he could have gone into kind of a shell and said, well, let's just hand the ball off to Emmanuel Wilson and grind this out. And the other problem, and we'll never know because their defense was on the field for so long with, what was the one drive was like 16 plays in almost 10 minutes.
There's
Mm-hmm.
and there was another
long drive.
super long drive. Like, you get more possessions, you get to do more things offensively. And so maybe he did want to throw the ball even more. But I'll tell you this, you throw the ball to Christian Watson, and a lot of good stuff happens. There's no denying that.
Jason, in the beginning of the season, I asked you, who are these teams' leaders? And on the offensive side of the ball, you said Tucker Kraft and Josh Jacobs were the vocal leaders. And Jordan Love, sort of leads in his own way more through action. Have you seen Jordan Love step up more vocally in his leadership role with the void of Tucker Kraft and now even with Josh Jacobs out for an unknown period of time?
Yeah, I don't think he's, again, as you know, Brad, I'm not with these guys when leadership needs to be demonstrated, right? Like, I'm not on the sideline and I can try and watch that when they're at home and see how he goes up to guys. But there's a lot going on. I would say this. I love the fact, the emotion that he showed after the touchdown to Watson. Like, I love that, right? I mean, he was legitimately fired up, and that is not his default setting. Now, obviously, it's easy to get excited about a play like that. It was a great play, great throw, great catch. Turned into double coverage because the safety, as Matt LaFleur was just explaining to us, dropped off the tight end, so it looked a little riskier than it was when he let it go. But the fact of the matter is that kind of demonstrative excitement is probably one way that he does need to elevate his leadership, right, Brad? Like, there's value in that, and Tucker Kraft is undeniably one of those in-your-face, fired-up type guys. So in that way, maybe that's a sign that he's adjusting. But look, again, this is one of the things that I really like about him. I know everybody loves to assume that I just love everything about Aaron Rodgers because of all of our time together, but I didn't love the way he would, show guys up sometimes or, show his frustration. And Jordan Love doesn't do that, even when the guys are dropping balls left and right like they were yesterday.
I will say, when you mention the Christian Watson touchdown, it makes me think he's had an incredible journey, and I think that's part of the reason why he's easy to celebrate. He was a great teammate to Romeo Dobbs, tore his ACL. He's had injury issues throughout his whole career, and he has been awesome since he's came back off the ACL, so that could be it. We're out of time on the ESPN Wisconsin portion, Jason, so we appreciate you joining us, and we'll talk to you on Thursday.
All right, guys. Take care. Be good.
Jason Wilde.
It was good. He basically said that, hey, he ain't changing nothing.
And he called you Bud, which was my favorite part. Jim, Matt, and Molly up next in Madison, the Damn Sports Show in Beaver Dam. We continue on with you on 94.5 ESPN and YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. Don't go anywhere. Kyle, Brust Nortman in 2 minutes.
KBN's the show that never ends.
Southbound on 43 still going to be a bit heavy from about Keefe all the way down through the Marquette and over the high-rise bridge. Back on the brakes from about Beecher Street down towards the KK River. Eastbound 894 is backing up out of the Hale interchange past Forest Home. Westbound side's going to be slow basically out of the Mitchell interchange all the way to about 68th Street. Eastbound 94 also seeing delays now from about Highway F towards Springdale Road, and then again from 84th Street to Hawley. Westbound's going to be slowing down from 20th Street all the way to Hawley Road as well. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast tonight, rain and snow mix likely, a low of 36. Tomorrow, rain likely, mostly cloudy skies, a high of 41. Weather's brought to you by Fifth Third Bank, custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
So many of our youth carry unimaginable burdens. Anger, depression, even thoughts of suicide. At Rawhide Youth Services, we recognize their pain. We help them find hope and healing. For those that need a second chance at life, we refuse to give up on them. Please be a part of our life-saving work. When you donate your used vehicle to Rawhide, you're helping change the lives of countless youth in our communities. Donate today and get a $100 Quick Trip gift card. Learn more at rawhide.org/donate.
We see you out there doing things your way. So why shop the same retail giants as everyone else when you can find the same trusted products at unbeatable farm and fleet prices? Like all Cat brand work boots, $10 off. Save $5 on men's Dickies jeans, starting at $24.99. And Air Care whole home humidifiers, all 15% off. Plus, we offer Blaine's best price promise, guaranteeing you'll always find the lowest price with us, or we'll match it. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Gabe Neitzel here. Catch Jen, Gabe, and Chewy mornings 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. The 414 Hour on KBN is brought to you by Siding Unlimited. Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's leader in Pella window installation. Looking for new windows, siding, roof, and doors? Visit them at sidingunlimited.com.
It's the 414 Hour at 4 on KBN.
Lacking a little energy? Did you feel it, Stro?
Yeah, I felt like I was more energetic.
I thought I said it with conviction.
No, you want a little bit
No.
more.
It's the
414 Hour at 4 on Victory Monday. On KBN.
Like, who are you today?
I said it's the 414.
No,
you
didn't do that. You didn't do that.
Play it back. I don't know.
No, we're not going to replay your bad energy on a Victory Monday in the 414 Hour at 4. Of course you did. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Alex Strofe running the show, or you're just distracted looking at Jamar Chase being suspended. Yeah, what's going on? You keep looking over my shoulder.
I was looking at myself.
Of course you were.
I wanted to see the energy I had.
800-990-3776. It's the Carbless Talkin' text line. YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. I think they both are running throughout the entire show now, which is great to have.
Oh, wow. Look at this.
Now, we've gone through this Victory Monday for 2 hours. And I want to know specifically from Kyle, do you feel better or do you feel worse than you did at the start of the show about the trajectory of this team?
Do I feel better or worse? I mean, I feel the same. Ain't nothing changed about the trajectory of this team, and that's the thing that I'm so upset about.
Is that good or bad? Is that good or bad to you?
That's a bad thing that we're through all these weeks of the season and we still don't.
I'm confused though.
What are you confused
because
about?
You said we're gonna know who this team is after the Giants game. Last week, you kept saying that, and now we're after the Giants game, and you're not telling me other than you're confused.
They are.
I thought you were supposed to know who they are.
Answers.
They are a team that has no identity whatsoever. They are a team that doesn't know how to be consistent week in and week out. They are a defense that is an elite defense, but sometimes they let the game dictate things. What's crazy about it?
Do elite defenses let the game dictate?
This is what's crazy about it, is that if the defense isn't playing at an elite level as they allowed for the Giants to score on the first drive of the game, like first time they've done that all season long that the Packers defense allowed that to happen, and it came with Jameis Winston in the Giants. So what did the offense do? The offense said, well, I guess we need to make up for that. It just seems like there's this big yo-yo back and forth between, well, if the defense ain't going to step up, well, I guess we got to step up, or the offense ain't going to step up, so I guess we got to. That is the problem.
Yeah,
I feel that.
It's just yo-yoing up and down and never moving at the same pace up together, and that is the biggest frustration that we have had. That's why we have all these close games. Every single game has been close, minus a takeaway from the first 2 weeks of the season. Every game has been a nail-biter.
Yeah, and sometimes, even on special teams, it's like, oh, game-winning kick opportunity, let's go special teams. Other times, it's mixed extra points and missed opportunities. So this team has never fired on all cylinders yet. Now, you could look at that and say, on the positive note, just imagine what they could be if they do fire on all cylinders, but I think it points to more inconsistencies. So for me, am I feeling better or worse about this team? I'm feeling better in the sense that it feels good to get a win, and Jordan Love is playing good. Outside of that, though, the Jordan Love factor is if he can gear up to an MVP level, this team can make some noise, but I just think there's too many holes, there's too many issues, there's too many things that are just not fixable to make an actual championship run. Now,
why is the offensive line not fixable? Why they just suck, or what is it?
They're playing out of position.
Yes,
they're injured and they're not
playing
good.
out of position.
The interior particularly.
They weren't injured 2 weeks ago. They had a full complement of offensive line. They literally, the five guys that they were expecting, because they always wanted Jordan Morgan to start over Sean Ryan. And so the guys that they wanted
you asked the
weren't
question,
playing well.
They never truly, even though they became healthy, they've had so many different combinations. They've never had the continuity for a long enough period of time to grow consistency for this offense.
And the middle of the offensive line is just playing so
Aaron
poorly.
Banks hadn't been good the entire year.
He has not been.
You had mentioned Elton Jenkins hadn't been good at center.
He has not been
so
good.
You have
Jordan Morgan's getting thrown around.
He got thrown around a couple times yesterday too. I'm just like, dog.
So we wonder, why can't we run the football? The interior of the offensive line. Why does Jordan Love seem like he can't step into throws all the time? Why is he running for his life? It generally comes from the inside. Very rarely is something coming off the edge on Zach Tom and Rasheed Walker. It's the interior of the offensive line. And just to think at week 12, these guys will just be like, we're just playing bad. Let's just play better.
I mean, it's a first-round pick at the right guard position, and a guy you just paid $70 million, or maybe more. Was it 80 or 70?
No, it was like 60.
Well, regardless, they paid him a lot of money at that guard position. So at some point, it's like, okay, I'm not playing great, but he should have the ability in him to say, okay, let me find a way to get better. Like, he should be able to get better.
I think what's frustrating, too, is we even talked about the injuries.
Damn.
4 year 72?
Yeah. 77 over 4
Damn,
years.
77.
Only $27 million guaranteed.
To do this?
I think what's frustrating is Goody made it a point after the playoff game in Philadelphia
against the Eagles.
Again,
I know.
Never again will we get decimated via depth at the O-line or be outplayed with our starting five at the O-line. So the frustrating thing is this was the fix. That they really don't have much.
Well, that's
depth.
the thing. They did try to.
They tried.
The plan hasn't worked thus far.
So far,
but it's hard to see.
But Jordan Love's playing great, so that I do love.
Again, as you guys were talking, as I'm asking you, do you feel better or worse? I feel better, but the only reason why is because of Jordan Love.
Yeah.
And the scary part is with how all these other things are lining up, is it sustainable without Tucker Kraft and with the drops that you saw against a bad team for us to put it on Jordan Love the entire rest of the way? That's a scary proposition. Can he do it? Well, he kind of did with young wide receivers that, we're all still kind of around now in 2023. So, yeah, I mean, there's some hope. But let's go to Mo in Illinois, 800-990-3776. I know that Mo is from Illinois, but he is a Packer fan. We've had too many of those
that
Bears
was a missed
fans.
opportunity by you. I know that Mo is from Illinois.
No.
No.
I'm glad that
That was bad.
Mo, you're up after that horrible job I strove.
Mo knows.
It's okay. I have a quick question before my comment, if that's okay. And the question's for you, Ben, because I keep hearing you talk about, how Jordan Love played yesterday, and rightfully so. He looked amazing. But Ben and maybe the rest of the guys, are you guys confident that Jordan Love can play the way he did yesterday for the remaining games during the season? Do you think he could be consistent enough to do that?
Well, that's kind of what I was hitting at before I took the call. Is I'm worried about what Brad had discussed on the offensive line, losing Tucker Kraft and relying on a hodgepodge of guys right now. And when you're, again, what we were joking about, a rolled ankle away from Bo Melton playing cornerback, he literally played offense on no practice snaps 2 weeks ago and then took some practice snaps. And it's just, there's too much out there for me to say I believe that he can do it on a consistent basis, because I think that's unfair to him, even though he's capable of it and he's shown that. And your comment, Mo.
Yeah, so to answer that question, I'm not confident enough in Jordan Love to do that for the rest of the season because of what you just mentioned, Ben, with too many holes on this team. I think in crunch time, when we need a play, right? Who could this offense turn to make that play? Undoubtedly. Right now, I can't say anybody confidently.
Christian Watson made two very good catches and has been pretty consistent after.
Ben, come on. Do you think Christian Watson is going to do that every single game, the remaining of the season? Do you think he's going to do that?
Well, I mean, look, who has been doing it every single game for the Green? It's just not how their offense works. It's a different guy. It goes through progressions, and the next guy opens. So I can't say that. Of course not. But since he's come back, he's been impressive.
Yeah. So I agree with you, but that's my point. Offensively, I don't think we have that playmaker in crunch time, and then defensively, I think we just make some of our offenses look great. We made Jameis Brady look like an all-pro player yesterday. And that was disheartening after making Hurts look horrible last.
You cutting him off?
Well,
Jameis Brady.
I will say the playmaker, Watson's the right answer.
I
the
just
problem
think
is
he's
there's
wrong.
He's a 3-game sample size.
He's wrong at the end there. There were 4 different times that the Packers could have picked off Jameis. They didn't make him look like Jameis Brady. Did he make throws when he had time and did he get pressure to him? Yes, yep. I thought he played a good game, but he's also Jameis Winston. He's going to do the thing that he did at the end.
Well, the Green Bay Packers, and the big thing about this defense.
And thanks for calling, Mo.
And yesterday is that shows the importance of getting turnovers. Turnovers, granted, it came at the end of the game, but what did it do? It basically put the ball game away, and then you had the strip sack as well. Again, when you're able to force turnovers and capitalize on that, this would have been a completely different ball game if the Green Bay Packers capitalized on 2 of the 4 that they dropped. It's a completely different football game. And, I mean, and those were in the chest. CV had 2 of them that just went through his hands, right? Keyshawn mixed one. So those changed football games. But overall for this football team.
Do I have to add to the drop count for the incompletions for Love and just do an overall Green Bay drop count with cornerbacks?
Yeah, drops defense, too.
It wasn't great. But
what was the total there? 9?
Well, it was 9 total.
9 officially?
Yeah, offense and defense combined.
Dang.
What the thing is I do believe Jordan Love can definitely win these football games for the Green Bay Packers. There's nothing that he has shown me that has not allowed for me to say I'm not confident in him. Granted, the Cleveland game, I was in Europe, was always watching the play-by-play. I didn't get to see exactly how he looked on the football field. Sounds like he didn't play at an exceptionally high level throughout that entire football game. But overall, even in the game against the Carolina Panthers, it just felt like the offense couldn't find the rhythm. But I believed in Jordan Love, and he was able to, again, get the team in a position where they were able to tie the football game. They just couldn't win the game.
Well, even in that Carolina Panther game, I mean, they got to the red zone 5 times. They couldn't. 5 times. They scored once or twice, whatever it was.
I think
1 out of 5.
A single touchdown.
So
one of 5.
1 of 5.
Josh
Okay.
Jacobs.
I think to answer his question, can Jordan Love do it? It's a lot to ask. That's a lot to ask with the whole team on your back. Every single will
probability,
and especially during the playoffs. I think it's the other hard thing too, right? Where Jordan Love could be playing his best, but if you've got another team, particularly in the playoff, it's a really good team that's not the New York Giants. Even Jordan Love's greatness is going to be hard to have enough to get a victory.
But Brad, there hasn't been a game on the schedule yet where they have not been in it. So that's my whole point. Is you're talking about how a game.
Playoffs are different.
Playoffs.
The strength of your team matters in the playoffs. And the big thing, Brad, when you look at playoff contenders, how do playoff teams make it far? Where do they have to win?
Great defense, line of scrimmage. Really, line of scrimmage is the big one. If you win the line of scrimmage,
and we're talking about a bad O-line for the Green Bay Packers and a defense that literally, if you don't get Micah Parsons to get pressures, you're relying on guys.
Again,
guys.
The closest to a playoff game the Green Bay Packers have played this season, because week 1 doesn't count. Everybody's new. But last week against the Philadelphia Eagles, that is as close to a level of intensity of, hey, we're trying to prove something. 2 top teams in the NFC and NFL going toe-to-toe. And the Packers, though they still had issues with the offensive line, were able to be in that game and still had an opportunity to try to win the game. I mean, the field goal or tie the game up. So that's why my level of confidence that they can go toe-to-toe with every single team, despite all the terribleness of the offensive line.
Agree, but that's a scary way
it is
to have to win multiple games in the playoffs.
But that's why right now we're apprehensive to say, oh, this team can compete for a championship, because they haven't been able to put it fully together, right? And so, but
when you talked about the yo-yo earlier, Kyle, it made me think about, oh gosh, this is the nerd in me. You know how like in Avengers, like Thanos wants balance?
Oh yeah.
It almost feels like they need that. They need a snap of the finger to get more balance on offense and defense, because if it is the offense, then it's not the defense. And if it's the defense, it's not the offense.
Thanos snapped his finger, and half of us around here disappeared. So
I don't know about that.
Balance. All I'm saying is they need better balance and consistency.
Balance, Kyle.
Balance.
We need balance too. Who you think, if he snapped his fingers, who gone? Probably these two.
Strofe and I.
It's us.
Well, maybe they got to keep one of. Well, you know what? Brad balances me out. Brad for sure will be here.
Yeah, Brad's for sure the safest. Then between the 3 of us, it's a coin flip.
Victory Monday is brought to you by National Liquor Mart on 16th and National in Milwaukee. Stock up on best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 to 9 daily. Your game day headquarters all season long. The Bears are in first place, but I still think they're frauds.
Caleb Williams sucks.
Caleb Williams sucks. Ha!
Caleb Williams sucks. Ha!
They're not winning the North. But do you believe the Packers will next?
This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN.
You said they are a reflection of their head coach. Yes, he's soft, as he proved with you by signing that damn jersey you had. You think Campbell would have signed that jersey?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Still seeing some delays from just before Highway 164 all the way to Springdale on eastbound 94. You're back on the brakes from 76th Street past Hawley Road. The westbound side's backing up from about 25th Street all the way to Hawley Road. And then on southbound 43, backing up from about Keefe, pretty much all the way down through the Marquette down to the KK River crossing. Traffic is brought to you by the Bartolotta Restaurants, providing memorable experiences for nearly 30 years. Get the perfect holiday gift this season, a Bartolotta's gift card. Purchase yours at bartolottas.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, rain and snow mix likely, a low of 36. Tomorrow, rain likely, mostly cloudy, a high of 41. Weather is brought to you by Infinity Exteriors, dedicated to saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Mother Nature can be unpredictable. Your roof, siding, and windows shouldn't be. We install peace of mind with transparency and quality guaranteed. Visit infinityexteriors.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Crispy chicken just keeps getting better at Cousin Subs. Try our crispy chicken basket, complete with 3 white meat tenders and a regular fry, a meal made easy. And for the little ones, our kids meal comes with 2 crispy tenders, applesauce, a juice box, and cookie. Just the right size for growing appetites. Made with quality chicken and ready to enjoy in-store, online, or on the app. But hurry, these crispy favorites are only around for a limited time. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
The NFC North Green Bay Packers are returning to Milwaukee, and you're invited.
At defensive end from Texas, rookie edge rusher number 99.
The Green Bay Packers select Baron Sorrell.
Coming to the all-new Cunis Buick GMC of Greenfield.
Go, play, go. That's all I can say. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Meet Green Bay Packer defensive end Baron Sorrell.
Tuesday, November 18th from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m.
During this exclusive 2-hour event, you'll meet Baron Sorrell live in person just days before the Pack Sunday game versus the Minnesota Vikings. Color action photos of Baron Sorrell will be provided. And bring your own item for him to sign free of charge.
Tackled for a loss by Baron Sorrell.
Don't miss your chance to meet Green Bay Packer defensive end
number 99, Baron Sorrell.
Exclusively at Cunis Buick GMC of Greenfield, 3615 South 108th Street, just off Beloit Road. Tuesday, November 18th from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Packers get the win. Hey, it's Gary Ellison for Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center. Looking to escape the cold or take a midday break? Get your game on at Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center, where it's always golf season. Play more than 2,000 courses, including over 50 right here in Wisconsin. And even that famous course where they hand out green jackets. Top tech simulators, great food, and the best Bloody Marys around. This is your year-round slice of summer. Bays start at just $35 an hour, Monday through Friday. Book your bay today at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
Win a pair of tickets to see Green Bay host Chicago on December 7th, which includes access to Green Bay's upscale tailgating destination, the Tundra Trio. 3 upscale homes just steps from the stadium, featuring next-level pre- and post-game festivities with gourmet food and premium drinks. Thanks to Dr. Pepper and ESPN Wisconsin. Enter to win now at ESPNWisconsin.com. Wherever you watch the game, nothing hits like the bold signature flavor of Dr. Pepper. Enjoy an ice-cold Dr. Pepper during your next visit to McDonald's. No purchase necessary. Enter by November 23rd.
Your path to a degree should fit your life, not the other way around. At Lakeland University, you can personalize every part of your college experience. With a main campus in Sheboygan, evening classes across the state, and flexible online options, you choose how and when you learn. Just graduated high school, changing careers, juggling work and life, they've got options for you. You can even earn credit for experience you already have, or for the work you're doing now, saving time and money. Start customizing your future today at lakeland.edu/ESPN. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
There's nothing better than a transformation. And I just experienced one. Lifetime Home Services gave Baby Will's closet an absolute transformation. What was a blank slate and a dull closet turned into a magnificent, beautiful site that's going to keep things organized for Baby Will for years to come, which is one of the many things that Lifetime Home Services can do. Their menu of what they can do for you and your home, it's unbelievable. I mean, you might be thinking, man, I've got this project I want to do. For us, it was closets. Thinking, I wonder if Lifetime Home Services can do that. Give them a call, go online to their website. The short answer is yes, they can do it. Because for us, it was custom closets, but it could be full home renovation. So it's that bathroom, it's that kitchen, it's whatever it is. It's epoxy flooring, it's cabinetry, cleaner air, radon safety, HVAC, whatever it is. Lifetime Home Services has a solution for you. Say goodbye to juggling all the contractors and just focus on the one that you need for that project that you've got on the inside of your home. Lifetime Home Services has been serving families for over 30 years, making homes safer and better looking, just like ours. Trusted solution, lifetime results. Schedule today at lifetimehomeservices.com.
Whoo, it's going to be really fun down the stretch as the Packers are sitting in second in the NFC North. They're behind the fraudulent Bears at 7-3, and the Lions are 6-4. Right now, Vegas, Potawatomi Casino Hotels, Sportsbook, all have the Bears in third, and the odds to win the division around plus 320. They have the Packers and Lions just about tied at like plus 135, 140. So If I asked you, Kyle Wallace, right now, after everything you've said today about not wanting to be able to trust this team because how confusing they are, do they win the NFC North?
Yes. What are we asking? What's the record in NFC North right now?
Want to know?
And who did they beat?
The Lions.
And the Lions, based off what you said, are
and based off what you said last segment, week 1 don't count. Everyone's figuring themselves out.
No, what I was saying
I'm pretty sure you said that.
What I was saying was week 1, the level, you can't say it's a playoff like type atmosphere week 1 when you're playing a team where you don't know what everybody is at that point.
So you're saying you shouldn't put as much stock in that game.
Well, they're 1-0 in the division, which absolutely matters for the Green Bay Packers, and the team that's ahead of them in the NFC North is 1-2 in the division. And so I think the Green Bay Packers have a really good chance, and I have confidence in them. They have everything in front of them. They have 5 divisional games left. If they execute during these divisional games, guess what? They're winning the NFC North. So I feel very confident with the Green Bay Packers. The Vikings seem to be heading in the wrong direction. The Chicago Bears we don't believe in. And, you got a prime time, I guess, Thanksgiving prime time game early in the morning against the Lions.
I think they were 0 for 5 on 4th down yesterday.
It was remarkable.
They were.
I mean, they should have been much more. And they even had a chance kind of still toward the end of the game where they were in it. But, man, this Thanksgiving game is going to be absolutely massive. I know we said that last week.
Uh-oh, look-ahead spot.
It's
already naming Sunday the look-ahead game.
No, we cannot look ahead to the Vikings.
I'm just saying in this context of the NFC North, the Packers are up by a half a game. Now, we don't even need to talk about the Bears. The Bears are laughably, confidently today in first place, but they're 7-3 record. To me,
I'm with you.
I'm not scared.
You put it on the record, so we're going to use
the record.
That will be used against you on our sister station.
Record.
Wait, so if you're scared of the Bears?
Concerned about the Bears.
No, I just think it's too soon to count them out as they are looking down from the top right now. And obviously, there's so much divisional football left to be played for the Packers where if they go 6-0 in the division, obviously they're going to win the division.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
Well, and that's the thing.
After 1-5.
Given all of this with the Green Bay Packers, all of their deficiencies and all their strengths, man, everything's right in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, literally everything is right in front of them, and they can take this final.
Are you saying the Packers control their own destiny entering week 12?
Saying today they control their own destiny.
They legitimately do, though.
I mean, more than any other team in this division.
No. Not like this.
Different.
When you
the Giants don't, but every team that's in their divisional race does.
But when you have 5 games against your division, if you lost the other 2, you're winning the division. You are.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
You are, because you're playing the Bears twice, and that makes up for the other 2, and then you have a tiebreaker.
Yeah, and
so literally you do.
My one concern, it is just neck and neck with the Lions and the Packers. My concern is the Detroit schedule slightly easier down the, which is why I say if the Packers lose on Thanksgiving, they're not winning the division. I think the Lions' record is a little bit easier than the Green Bay Packers.
They do have to go to the Rams, though, worth pointing out.
That's the only game where I think the Lions might be able to stumble. But really, if we have to play the schedule game, they've got the Giants, the Packers, the Cowboys, the Rams. That's a tough one. The Steelers, who I think are fraudulent, the Vikings, and the Bears.
That's true.
That's a fairly easy schedule compared to the Packer one.
No, I'm actually getting even more mad about the Lions this year. They were number 1 in the power rankings 2 weeks ago. And I swear to goodness, they have beaten nobody except the Buccaneers.
Oh, wow. Look at this. Man, you sound like, first stroke sound like Kyle Wallace from last week. Now you sound like Kyle Wallace from last week.
I have the ability to own when you actually say something of significance.
Crazy psychotic guy that y'all tried to make out to be cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Wasn't that crazy? I was ahead of my time. I was just 3 days ahead of my time. That's it.
3 days? I was thinking 2 weeks ago.
Well, no, I'm just, even on Friday, I told you all these teams are fraudulent.
You said on Friday, I'll see y'all in first place.
I am living in La La Land. Damn Vikings couldn't, damn punt return, kickoff return, messed that up.
The teams that the Lions do beat, they throttle them.
Who cares?
They
do.
do.
Who cares?
That shows that they've got a gear that the Packers we're still trying to figure out if they have it. No, but the Lions did lose to the Packers week 1.
I can't, I'm not going to lie. I'm over it. This is who they've been. They've always been the team that throttles teams that are worse than them.
Yeah.
When they hit the gear.
As you trick, talking about Dan. Look at the way Dan Campbell calls an offense. Look at what he did. Oh, that's a man. That ain't no mouse. That's a man's man.
He is
and the man's man scored 9 points.
And in this same show, Kyle Wallace says it all points back to one guy for the problems of the Green Bay Packers.
That's right. Both of them.
Matt LaFleur.
Dan Campbell's probably the problem in Detroit this year, just like Matt LaFleur's the problem in Green Bay this year.
All goes back to the head coach,
It
right?
does.
Am I right, Kyle?
On fourth down, bro, at a certain point, you got to say,
I got to give the play calling up.
Goodness.
Yes, Strofe.
Kyle, I know you just pointed out mockingly that Detroit scored 9 points against Philadelphia last night, which is 2 more points than the Packers scored against Philadelphia.
Listen, I know that. I know that. Philly's good. I told y'all, Philly's good.
Is their offense good?
No. Listen,
which is crazy.
They're just gonna win. They're just gonna find a way to win. That's what they do. They just find ways to win.
They're beatable, though.
They are beatable.
They're beatable.
But they're tough as nails.
Bring them back to Lambeau, baby. Come on.
No, the one thing about the Lions is that they have championship pedigree. They're tough as hell.
Championship pedigree? No, they don't.
The Eagles? Yes, they do.
You said the Lions. He said
you
the
did
Lions.
say the Lions.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Not the Eagles.
So I was like, I thought we were just in agreement that I was like, we're on the same page, and now you're confusing me again.
Bumps the Lions. The Eagles. That is the one thing about the Philadelphia Eagles that scares me the most out of any team in the NFC is simply because they have been there. Yes.
What about the Rams?
Listen, I don't believe in Seattle. And yesterday, a guy throws 4 interceptions. A guy throws 4 interceptions, and that's the end result where it comes down to a field goal.
Yeah, but Matthew Stafford has been unconscious.
Who are the Rams beating? The Seahawks. So who are the Seahawks beating? Exactly, nobody. How do the Rams do when they play the Eagles? They lost. So that's what everybody's losing to the Eagles.
You started the
Rams
show.
Beat the Colts.
The Colts ain't for real. They know that.
You're doing the thing.
In the last 3 weeks, they've beaten, since their bye week, they've beaten New Orleans, San Francisco, and Seattle. In San Francisco.
Wow. Let me tell you.
They've got Tampa Bay coming up next week. They've got Detroit on December 14th.
Are they in Tampa Bay, or are they taking them in LA?
They have them in LA.
Oh, man.
That's Sunday Night Football next week.
That's a great
They're
catch
second in points defense and 6th in
offense. They're good.
No,
they're good. But I'm still taking the Eagles and the Packers over them.
You're taking the Packers over the Rams? Now that's too far.
Matthew Stafford has thrown 6 more touchdowns than anybody else in the league.
Cool. Good for him. His old ass. I hope they stay. They better be in L.A. I've seen him in the cold. Was that 2 years ago?
That's a good point.
He was
they get the 1 seed.
Kyle, he's thrown 27 touchdowns to 2 interceptions this year.
Put his ass in the cold in December, or excuse me,
January.
He
played in Detroit his entire career.
That's
indoors.
Oh yeah, fair point.
I was about to say, what are we talking about? Ford Field?
Still played at Chicago.
Last time I saw him in a playoff game,
I'm not gonna lie. This NFL has made this Packers season even more confusing.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's adding to the confusion about the inconsistency of the team we watch every Sunday.
I am living in La La Land. It's a great land to live in.
Wait, what's the other line that Kyle has in there?
Oh, he said the Packers weren't going to make the playoff. What did he say?
What did you say?
The Packers have no chance of going to the Super Bowl.
That one's my favorite.
The Packers have no chance of going to the Super Bowl. I mean,
you said it.
Honestly,
the way it sounds so definitive.
Honestly, that one may be accurate 5-6 weeks from now.
Hold on. Can I just come clean on that one?
What did you do?
Oh, I took it completely out of context.
We knew that. We all knew that.
That's what makes it so funny.
I was just trying to make sure the audience didn't know that. I knew it was out of context.
Oh, okay. Yeah, completely.
That's what makes it hilarious.
You the full sentence there is you say, Ben, are you telling me right now the Packers aren't good enough to come to the Super Bowl? And I just cut out the rest.
I didn't know it was that bad.
So good.
I didn't know it was that bad. Now that is egregious. The Packers have no chance of going to the Super Bowl.
Ben, you're telling me the Packers have no chance of going to the Super Bowl.
Boy, man, that is crazy.
And then Brad didn't realize you could have done this 20 years ago.
Amazing. 2025. What a world. Time to be alive.
I'm using an audio editor like audio editor 2013.
No, they just came out with this.
Yeah.
New technology,
Hey, you heard
Brad.
of Adobe Audition?
Victory Mondays.
Is that AI?
Victory Mondays brought to you by Palermo's Pizza, Wisconsin's hometown pizza, with delicious brands like Palermo's County's Urban Pie and Screamin' Sicilian. Palermo's has your game day covered. Find Palermo's in your local grocer's freezer. I don't know what just happened, but I'm just as confused about the NFL as I am the Green Bay Packers, and I think that's a fair statement. Wheel of Strofe next. That's confusing
living
too.
in La La Land.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
He's
a good guy.
I couldn't believe y'all lost to TCU.
Yeah, you and me both. Rough.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It's It's a little slow on the bypass. On eastbound out of the Hale interchange, you're slowing down all the way past Forest Home. The westbound side even heavier out of the Mitchell interchange, slowing down all the way to 68th Street. Southbound 43's got some backups as well from Locust down through the Marquette all the way down to the KK River crossing. Northbound side slowing down from Fond du Lac Avenue all the way up to Locust. And then we've got our construction delays. Westbound 94 starting around 25th Street all the way to Hawley Road. Eastbound's backed up from 76th Street to Hawley Road. Traffic is brought to you by Fisco Auto Body. Call Fisco Auto Body to help with all body repair needs. Fisco, Fisco, Fisco. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Rain and snow mix likely. A low of 36. Tomorrow rain likely, mostly cloudy, a high of 41. Weather is brought to you by the Bartolotta Restaurants, offering the perfect holiday gift. A memorable experience with the Bartolotta gift cards. Purchase yours at bartolottas.com, and happy holidays, Milwaukee. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Welcome to Jackpot Land. This fall at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Play your favorite games with your Potawatomi Rewards card all fall to win your share of thousands in prizes each month. And earn entries into the big December Jackpot Land prize drawings. Your October, November, and December entries all count. Win thousands in cash or reward play. Welcome to Jackpot Land. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
In football, what does every great team start with?
A strong defense. Same's true in business.
Defense against what?
Cyber threats. That's why companies use Trend Micro.
What do they actually protect?
Your network, your data, your people, from ransomware, phishing, and more.
So it's not just antivirus?
Not at all. Trend Micro has a full defensive playbook trusted worldwide for over 35 years.
Sounds like the kind of defense every business needs.
Exactly. Don't get blindsided. Go to trendmicro.com and see how enterprise security is done right.
Is it time to buy an engagement ring?
Or a big anniversary diamond?
Kessler's has diamonds that come from diamond mines.
And we also have diamonds that come from plasma chambers.
When you see the size of the diamond you can afford when you look at our high-tech newborn created diamonds,
you're going to be happy, happy, happy.
And with approved credit, our financing plans make anything possible.
Our selection of engagement rings is beyond compare.
And our custom design department can modify any ring in any way you choose.
Anyone who says they can give you a better ring
or a better diamond
or a better price
has never been to Kessler's.
And our miraculous no small print warranty says,
if you bought it at Kessler's, it's guaranteed.
It's just that simple.
And all maintenance is free forever.
No charge.
Yes, it really is that miraculous.
You found a partner you want to share your life with.
When you're ready to celebrate,
we've got a diamond for that.
Find the Kessler's nearest you at KesslersDiamonds.com.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
Sit! Sit!
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
Crisp air, cozy sweaters, and a home that's actually ready for fall. Exterior Pros and Baths is giving $3,000 off roofing, siding, windows, or bath remodels this month. Don't let your home be the only thing falling apart this season. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. Exterior Pros and Baths, because your house deserves a little sweater weather too.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Stay off the injury report of life. And if you've got pain, your knees, hips, your shoulders, or your back, then you got to go to QC Kinetics. My friends at QC Kinetics are the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. That's right. I've been to the Greenfield location, also the Mequon location. It's unbelievable to see what they have as tools in their toolkit to get you to have your life back again. No surgery, no pain pills, no long recovery, just your body remembering how it feels to be alive once again. With their cellular treatments, they're going to give you the ability to reduce inflammation, relieve pain at its source, and repair and restore that damaged tissue. Don't wait any longer. Your life where you can live pain-free and enjoy the things you used to do is just waiting for you on the other side of your free consultation with absolutely no level of obligation, but just a free consultation to get diagnosed and put on your personal path to a pain-free life with QC Kinetics. Don't wait any longer. Now is the time to regain your life. Give them a call today. QC Kinetics at 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
Let's go to the Carbless Talking text line on Kyle Brust Nortman, 800-990-3776. Mark in Sheboygan. Mark, you're up.
Yeah, hi. All right, thanks. Yeah, I'm a first-time caller, actually. I usually don't get on the phone that much. But anyhow, I see the Packers finishing at 8-1. I see them beating the Vikings, maybe, and the Bears once. Because the rest of these teams they got down the road are all good teams. And if they score under 20 points a game, their defense ain't bad. But if they score like they've been scoring lately, they are not going to beat these better teams. They are not going to beat the Broncos. They won't beat the Ravens, I don't think. I don't think they're going to beat the Lions on Thanksgiving. I would say no.
Mark, I have a question.
I'm saying no on that one. That's an NO.
That's a big.
He's already giving you an NO.
Star players.
Mark,
they lost their star player.
Mark, I disagree with you, Mark, but I do have to ask you: are you doing a fake voice?
Am I what?
Are you doing a fake voice, or is that you're just doing a Wisconsin accent? That's thick.
I don't know. I'm actually tired. I throw it a little choppy once in a while, but I'm trying to do the best I can here when I got left. So,
Mark, I'm gonna say this: if that is how you really talk, man, you are a true Wisconsinite, and I love it.
True Wisconsinite.
Oh my God,
I love it.
If Mark wouldn't put it,
Where's Mark from?
Acting,
Sheboygan.
Sheboygan.
No, that's Mark.
That was Mark.
That is Mark.
I talked to Mark in the break.
No.
I talked to Mark in the break, too.
Mark didn't sound like that.
I literally,
Mark
I
sounded
told
like that.
Strofe that he
sounded like what? What are you saying?
He sounded like he was purely from
so
Wisconsin.
So are you saying he was giving you like a little, I'll tell you what, bud. The Green Bay
these teams
Packers,
I don't know.
There's zero chance. I can't even do it. It's so
8-1.
I love Mark's voice.
I loved it too, but I didn't think it was so damn good that it sounded
so
fake.
Good. It was like
it was hard to listen to the points
your whole life.
because
I'm from the city.
The voice was so I'm locked in.
It was like an impersonator was trying to do a Wisconsin accent.
Yes, that's why.
Like Caliendo's like I'm gonna be somebody from Sheboygan, and Caliendo
so
nails
good.
it.
You think Mark was at bow hunting last week?
Yeah.
Mark, we up bow hunting. Are you still there, Mark?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm listening. I'm hanging on. I wasn't even sure if I was on the other end anymore. I thought you guys were just joking about me. No, I'm not a bow hunter or deer hunter.
Okay.
Never got into that. It's my thing.
What are your hobbies?
That's just the way it goes.
Hey, what do you do, Mark?
I used to like to shoot pool and that. I like to go for walks. I'm retired. I still work part-time as a greeter at the Meyer store here in Sheboygan, but I'm 69 years old now, and I've watched the Packers pretty much all my life since I was a little kid. And, they've had some really good teams. And, Rodgers and Favre, they really had some good years. I don't think Love's ever going to be the quarterback that them two guys were in his career. But it's still young. He's only been there 3 years.
You're the best,
so.
Mark.
Mark, I need you every Monday. I need you to call in, regardless of what the results are, because we got to break down how you feel about the Packers, because I think the Packers are going to win more than 8 games. But I want to hear your reaction every week.
So good.
Yeah, that would be good. I could do that. I'll try and get in. If you guys take my call, I'll call.
We'll always take your call, Mark. You will jump to the top of the list.
That was John in Milwaukee, you're up in wherever you are.
Hey, this is Dan in Sheboygan, and I don't think Mark is from Sheboygan.
All right.
Is that KBN Nation on KBN Nation Crime?
Yeah, I love Mark. That is amazing.
He's got to be from near the
Jordan
Upper
Love's not going to be what them two are.
We just had John in Milwaukee impersonating Dan in Sheboygan. That's what that just was.
Dan in wait.
That was John in Milwaukee impersonating Dan in Sheboygan.
Okay, yeah. Do you think Dan in Sheboygan is from Sheboygan, or do you think he's from further north?
Are you referring to Mark or Dan?
There's 2 Sheboygans.
Wait. The first caller was Mark, right?
Yeah, that's Mark in Sheboygan. We have a different caller named Dan in Sheboygan.
Now I'm getting confused. Mark, our initial caller, he has to be from like the northernmost part of the state.
I don't know there. He might be, it depends. Maybe his mom and his dad were from up north, but they moved to Sheboygan.
He could just be from like the sticks near Sheboygan, like St. Nazians or
he just wanted
that's more Manitoba.
He wanted to go full Wisconsin on us and know the nooks and crannies of Wisconsin.
Been to St. Nazians?
No,
I've
but
never even heard of
I've
that.
been to Howard's Grove.
Okay.
St. Nazian.
That's Sheboygan-esque.
Yeah,
Dylan, welcome into the show. He just turned on Victory Monday, and he gets 8-8-1 from Mark. Yes, a lot of you did enjoy Mark, and we enjoy him too. He's still on hold. You can get off the hold, Mark. I just want to let you know. We want you to call back on.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk to Mark
Monday.
next week.
Is this Wheel of Strove time?
It's time for the
Wheel of
Strove!
Okay there, bud. Time now for the Wheel of Strove here on KBN. And I'm going to throw a quick curveball at you here as we celebrate another day and another buckaroonie, bud. All right, no wheel today for me here because I caught wind of something that happened over the weekend with one of you clowns. Any guesses who I'm talking about?
Caught wind, Brust?
Benjamin Brust.
Wind. Oh, that's strong.
See what I did there? Yeah, that was Southern. See what I did there?
You can be Alex Strofe now.
Okay, great.
That was great, though.
You farting on planes?
I asked a question. I said, like, you can fart on plane. I was farting on the plane.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that.
Did you try to hold it?
Also, you and farts recently.
Right, you could have pooped yourself on a plane. That would you like the man I sat next to going to Portugal
with diapers on.
Yeah, with it depends. Oh my gosh, that was so bad.
Yeah, I just like everyone was old on the plane. My wife was asleep next to me. I probably kept her knocked out. They can't smell, probably. I don't know.
When people are
that's
sleeping?
ageist discrimination.
Yeah,
Old people
I don't know. Like, I was in the corner of the window seat, like, just kept in a confined area.
Were you trying to exercise?
My tummy hurt, and I just needed to let a little gas loose.
Why'd
Is
you
that
go to the
fair or foul? I didn't have to go to the bathroom.
No. You could have went to the bathroom to fart.
I was my wife was sleeping, or like her head was on the tray table. What am I supposed to do? Wake her up every 5 minutes? Because I had to fart every like 2 minutes.
I'm shocked you didn't wake her up from them gases.
I think if you were trying to restrain yourself, it's okay. But if you were just like letting it rip, like it was like you're outside, that's just
he was
that's pretty
tooting like a damn
flagrant.
tuba on that damn plane.
So that's IPT in poor taste. Well, I know
100%.
it's IPT, but like you farted on a plane.
I try to hold it in.
But you do, and you farted on a plane.
I have, but
Strofe, you farted on a plane. We all have. So what's the big deal?
You were liberal.
Wait, hold on. Why are you throwing me under the bus like that?
Because everyone just admitted to it because everyone
I never
has.
admitted
I even hold in my toots when we
It
doing
feels
the
like
show
you were
because I respect
trying
y'all.
to fart on the plane.
He was.
My tummy hurt.
Why did your tummy hurt so much?
I had 3 mini cheeseburgers at
like Castle or what?
No, this country club was. They were so good, so good. Mini like late night snack, mini cheeseburgers. Go to bed, wake up, go to the airport, and just had to let it out. And now I'm going to tell you about Mandy's team, Eckermall and Associates. They have more class than me, I can tell you that much, and they will take care of you with their insurance needs. I've met with Mandy. I held in all my farts. I can tell you it's for that professional Ben right there. And they're professional. They specialize in coverage that's tailored exactly to you. Clients aren't just policies. And I can tell you when I sat with Mandy and I asked her about all my questions about being a new homeowner, what I need to add on to my insurance. With all the flooding that happened, I was like, I don't want to get caught in that situation. She walked me through all of the steps. And it's American Family Insurance back service, and they've been doing it for 30 years. So if you're looking for someone who has your best interest without call centers all the way out, God knows where, that don't know you, Mandy's team is amazing. That's Grimall and Associates. So contact Team Grimall at teamgrimall.com. That's Team GRAMOLL.com. Bryan Bulaga, next.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman.
DKB, they get all my love, all my energy, and all my time. I'll be danged if GKB and Craig not going to allow me to take my half-an-hour boo-boo. If I need to do that, they need to allow me to do that.
That's your whole lunch break.
I don't even take a lunch break. I work during lunch.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
The shot clock's winding down, and Saturn Lounge scores at the buzzer. When your marketing needs a slam dunk, our team drives the lane with creative strategy, branding, websites, video storytelling, and marketing campaigns that win. We run the full court press in every engagement, pushing the pace, finding that open shot, and delivering the highlight reel results. Our Saturn Lounge team ensures that your marketing content and campaigns dominate like a champion. Don't settle for a turnover or a missed shot or a wasted possession. Let Saturn Lounge run your marketing game plan now. To tell the world your story, visit SaturnLounge.com today.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
And ESPN Radio Extra Point with Evan Cohen.
Brady and Belichick missed the playoffs once in Tom Brady's first season as a full-time starter. If this team misses the playoffs this year, I don't want to hear the comps to Brady and Belichick anymore. This is too deep into this run to miss the playoffs. They got destroyed in the Super Bowl. They're now 5-5 in the season. Mm-hmm. Yes, there are 4. When we went through the schedule last week, go back on the podcast and listen to Friday's show. CC went through and said, I got 4 wins and I'm just giving them. Well, that only puts them at 9. That only puts them at 9 wins. That means you got to find more wins. And this team, despite their enormous point differential in their favor, third best in the AFC, I believe, for Kansas City, they're losing close games. They don't look dominant on offense. And Denver is significantly better. They may not make the playoffs. If they don't make the playoffs this year, I do not want to hear about this Chiefs dynasty in the same sentence as the Patriots dynasty. When, oh, by the way, there are more playoff teams now than when New England was in the playoffs.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments, including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats.
And free groceries.
Okay, just calm down. We'll get to that later.
Stay tuned in right here to score free groceries.
Stop, please.
Okay, I'm shutting up. My lip is zipped.
Anyway, now through Wednesday, save on 3-ounce can McCormick Black Pepper, $3.99. 0.77 to 2.12 ounce selected varieties McCormick Grinders, 2 for $4. 29 to 30 ounce selected varieties Libby's Pumpkin, $3.99. 19.5 to 34 ounce selected varieties Sara Lee Fruit or Cream Pies, $4.99. 10 to 54 count selected varieties Hefty Plates, Bowls, Storage, or Freezer Bags, 2 for $5.
And now time for the big reveal. Free groceries.
That's too over the top. Forget it. I'll handle the rest. Enter to win $500 worth of free groceries on Century's Facebook or Instagram by December 31st.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I've got some famous friends you probably never heard of.
Joining us before the Homer Hour is Bryan Bulaga. Bryan, what's up?
Not much. How you doing?
Doing well. I got the whole Kyle, Brust, and Nortman crew with Strofe running the show. Your biggest takeaway, other than finding the victory column, was what yesterday?
I mean, my biggest takeaway was it looks like Christian Watson wants to emerge and kind of start to take hold of this, this kind of lost production that Tucker Kraft kind of left one from his injury, right? I mean, I think that's what it kind of looks to me, is that he's going to be the guy that kind of emerges from it, right? Very happy for him coming back from his ACL and how he's slowly, kind of coming to form, right? I mean, he's played well pretty much since he's come back from game one and until now. I mean, he played really well yesterday, and a lot of big catches, big plays. Obviously, always a red zone threat with how big and strong he is in the end zone. He's a jump ball threat all the time, but he's looking to show that he's going to be the go-to guy, right? Like, I mean, I think he's showing that he wants to be that. Obviously, he got that 1-year extension to whether you want to call prove it or not, whatever you want to call that, $14.5 million or whatever that contract is. But someone's got to take that role, and I think having him be that guy, I would be very happy if it were him. But for me, that's what I take away from that, because we need a guy to take that production. It needs to happen.
Bryan, we went through a list of things that it's plaguing the Packers, and we kind of looked at them and said, this is fixable or this is not fixable. Now, I said that the interior offensive line is not fixable, but I defer to you. You are the offensive line expert. Am I wrong? Is the interior offensive line, knowing everything you know now, is it fixable to have it be quality the rest of the season?
Well, fixable as in, like, is it serviceable? Can we win with, like, I mean, I guess that's the question.
To make a deep playoff run.
To make a deep playoff run? I mean, yeah, I think they can make a deep playoff run with it. I think there's certainly ways to help those guys and to manage it, right? Like, I think there's ways you can scheme and you can protect them and do certain things to help the interior out. Now, you can't protect them all the time. They're going to have to be left alone at times, one-on-one by themselves, and that could be the point where some of them may be exposed from time to time, right? And that's going to happen. And they're going to have to bow up and play well and do their jobs. But I think that they can make a playoff run with those guys. Do I think that you can sit here and be like, yes, they are a Super Bowl caliber offensive line as they sit right now? Like, no, I don't think you could say that at this moment in time. Like, that, there's a lot of growth that needs to happen in that interior three. And obviously the run game's one of them, and shoring up pass protection is another. But there's another, new formula now with Sean Ryan in there. They got to get used to each other, and that's a whole another dynamic that needs to happen.
How'd he look?
Who, Sean?
Yeah.
I thought he did fine. And it's hard to judge off of one game. I kind of always say that it's hard to judge off of one game, but I thought he was physical in the run game. I thought that was one thing that he definitely did do. And in the pass game, I thought he was okay, right? I mean, the Giants do a lot of 4-down fronts, right? So the center helps a lot. But I thought he did okay. And there wasn't any glaring, like, really obvious, like, oh my gosh, like, look at that. At least to me, there wasn't, right? Like, there wasn't anything too, like, stand out to me. Now, maybe I'll go back and watch it another time and double check and cross my T's and dot my I's on it. But I thought he did okay for his first time out there. And that's a talented defensive line. But everyone's going to have to get better up front in that interior, right? For them to go where they want to go. And honestly, like, it's going to have to get better in the run game, no matter what you say, right? Like, no matter what you say. And I get Jacobs is now a little banged up, and that's another factor to this whole thing now too. It's a different running back style, and with a different running back style, there's probably going to be a little bit of a change in the play calling with what runs they're going to do. It's probably going to be a little bit more zone compared to duo and what the back they have back there likes to do. So, like, that's going to change for this offensive line as well. So there's variables that continue to happen for these guys up front that I'm not making excuses for them, because that's not the right thing to do for offensive linemen. Like, we don't like that. But there is change that's happening that you have to account for, right? And that is the one thing that while I don't like to make excuses, that you have to look at and factor into this whole thing.
Bryan Bulaga joining us here before the Homer Hour. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. And Bryan, everyone's been discussing how there's no real juggernaut in the NFC. Everyone's sort of, in this muck.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make you excited about the opportunity, or does it kind of bring to light, as we've been talking a little about, like a missed opportunity from a window of opportunity standpoint?
Yeah, it kind of makes me a little disappointed in a missed opportunity standpoint, because like Green Bay could be clear right now, very clear this pack, right? Like they could be ahead of Philly and sitting really pretty as a 1 seed right now, like really clear of everybody. If they take care of business in some of these games, and I know that's like Captain Hindsight, right? Like I understand that and looking back on things, but you look at some of the games that they lost, and it's just like it's frustrating, right? And I'm sure they feel the same exact way. But now they're gonna have to battle to get, to win this division, right? I mean, Detroit stumbled a little bit, and the Bears are now surging and continue to win games. And these next few games, it's all division opponents, if I'm not mistaken. So like this is a big stretch of games for them to really pull away with this division and cement themselves as a top 4 seed. So this is an important stretch for them. So
do you think they do it?
I think they certainly can. Yeah, I think they certainly can.
Do you think they do it?
I got to see how the health of the team is. That's my honest opinion. I got to see how Jacobs is and just the health of this team overall. Like how's Golden? How's Jordan Love week to week with that shoulder? Like there's certain things that I certainly have to factor in before